Hi all, welcome to the new Odoo webinar. I hope I'm audible and you can see my screen. So initially I'm thank you for your support and participation in our webinar. So let's wait for some time for everyone join. Okay, so let's begin. So once again, I'm welcome you all to our webinar. So today we will be discussing about the Odoo for the trading companies. The main agenda of this webinar to educate the end users and other general public about the functionalities and configurations of the Odoo 16 software about the trading companies. So in the context of sales, purchase, inventory and accounting modules. Throughout the training, the participants may be taught how to configure and customize these modules to suit the needs of their trading companies. So before going to the session, let me introduce about myself and my company. I'm Fajar, functional consultant from Cybrosys Technologies. We are one of the leading providers of software solution and our headquarters in India. We are the official partner of Odoo and expert in Odoo ERP. We offer comprehensive services related to Odoo implementation, customizations, and support. We have clients from the diverse industries around the globe, including manufacturing, retail, e-commerce, healthcare, education, logistics, and more. We gather the unique requirement of each industry and tailor our solutions to address their specific needs effectively. So why the Odoo ERP? Odoo is an open source and comprehensive suite of business management software that provides organizations with a wide range of applications to streamline their operations. The open source platform means that source code is freely available and allow businesses to customize and tailor the software to meet their specific needs. Odoo encompasses various modules such as sales, CRM, inventory management, accounting, project management, manufacturing, human resources, and more. There are lots of key benefits of implementing the Odoo software. The Odoo brings together multiple business functions into a single platform and eliminating the needs for separate software for each department. It enables better communication and collaborations across the teams as data is shared and accessible in real time. This integration information leads to improved efficiency and decisions making. And Odoo is highly scalable and adapt to the business of all sizes. Whether you are a small startup or a large enterprise, you can start with the modules you require and expand as your business grows. The flexibility of Odoo allows you to add new features and functionalities when they need it. As an open source solution, Odoo provides a cost-effective alternative to proprietary software and the software itself is free to use. And you can only need to pay for the additional modules and customizations and support if required. And this affordability makes it accessible to businesses with limited budgets. And Odoo has a large and active community of developers, users, and contributors who continuously work on improving the software. The community provides the access to a wide range of modules and extensions developed by the experts, and enhancing the functionality and features of the Odoo. Additionally, the professional support services are available if you require assistance with the implementations, customizations, or troubleshootings. And Odoo offers a user-friendly interface that simplifies the navigations and reduces the learning curve. Overall, Odoo is an versatile business management solutions that offer integrations, customizations, scalability, cost effectiveness, and strong support community. So let's move on to our topic, Odoo for the trading companies in Odoo version 16. So let's check about some of the configurations for the trading companies. The company setup and warehouse management, product configurations, sales management and performance analysis, keeping the inventory levels by managing the procurement, track the flow of financial transactions and generate the accounting reports. So what are these configurations? The first one is company setup and warehouse management. Company setup and warehouse management are essential for any kind of business that stores and ships the goods. Company setup is a process of defining the basic information about your company such as its legal name, addresses, and tax information. And it also includes setting up your inventory and warehouse management system. Warehouse management is a process of managing the flow of goods in and out of your warehouses. This includes the activities such as receiving, storing, picking, packing, and shipping of your goods. And the next one is product configurations. Product configuration is a powerful tool that can be used to create more complex and customizable products. This can help you to differentiate your products from other competitors and to meet the needs of your customers. By taking the advantage of all the features that product configurations, you can improve your customer services, increase your sales, and reduce your costs. And next one is sales management and performance analysis. Sales management is a process of planning, organizing, directing, and controlling the sales activities of a company. And it is essential for any kind of companies that wants to be successful in their sales. By carefully managing the sales effort and tracking the performances, companies can identify the areas where they can to improve and make sure that they are on track to meet their goals. And keeping the inventory levels by managing the procurement. By using the Odoo 16 purchase module, you can ensure that you have the right amount of inventory on your hand to meet the customer demand and to avoid the stockouts. It allows you to create purchase orders, tracking the purchase orders, managing the suppliers, set up the procurement rules, and managing the inventory levels. And track the flow of financial transactions and generating the accounting reports. Tracking the flow of financial transactions and generating the accounting reports are very important for any businesses that want to be successful. And by carefully tracking the financial data, business can identify the areas where they can to improve their financial performance and make a better decisions about their businesses. And there are lots of benefits of managing your trading in Odoo 16. Some of them are increases the transparency in workflows, provides a constructive warehouse management, efficient product management, enhances the purchase management, magnify the overall efficiency of your businesses. So let's move on to the demonstration for the trading companies in Odoo 16. Here you can see the dashboard of the Odoo 16. So here you can see the installed modules like sales, purchase, inventory, and accounting that we commonly use for the trading companies. You can install these modules from the apps. So after installing the necessary modules, the next step is to configure the company data in Odoo settings. To do that, navigate to the settings. And from here, you can see the users and companies. Under the users and companies, open the companies, where you can see the list of companies that you configured in your database. So from here, default company is my company. Open it, and here you can enter the firm's information such as addresses and tax ID of your company and the company IDs, that is the registration number of your company, and the currency that you used in your company, and phone number, mobile number, and the email ID of your company, and also the website. So these details can be configured here. And Odoo also supports the multi-company options, which allows for the centralized control of various companies under a parent company. So from here, you can also create much more companies, and also you can create the parent companies. Like that, you can handle the multiple companies in your single database. So after creating the company, the next step is to creating the users. So under the users, you can see the created users inside your company. From here, by clicking on the new button, you can create the new user. Yeah. And also provide the mail ID of your user. And Odoo have different user types like internal user, portal user, and public user. And each module have different access rights. The users can be categorized based on the access rights of the each modules. So different access rights like the sales module have user on document, user all documents, administrator, and each module have the administrator option. The administrator can access the all areas of the modules. And like this, you can create the users. From here, you can create the users and their access rights as your needs. Access rights can be assigned to newly formed users, which are rules that specify the who can do the Odoo database to ensure database securities. Okay. So after creating the users, the next step is to move on to the inventory and configure the warehouses. So let's set up the warehouse for your company by clicking on the inventory module. Under the configuration, you can see the warehouses. So in warehouse creation, user can add the name of the warehouse. We can start from the new button. Yeah, creating the new warehouse will be automatically activate the storage location settings here. Okay. So from here you can see that the name of your warehouse, and also you can add the shortcode for your warehouse, and also mention the company is the warehouse belongs to. So if you have multiple companies in your database, you can you have an option for company inside here. So let's check. First we can create multiple companies. We can create one more company. Yeah. You combine. Okay. So here you can see the multiple companies in your database. So you can see there is one tab is enabled here to switch the companies. So after enabling it, you can create the new warehouse. From the configurations, you can see the warehouses, and by clicking on this new warehouse, you can see the name of your warehouse, and you can put the shortcode for your warehouse and which company belongs to this warehouse. So here you can see the my company is chosen and the address of your warehouse. Okay, so like this you can create the new warehouses. And once the storage locations and multi-step routes feature are enabled from the settings, the settings of the inventory module, you will have much more settings inside the warehouse. So before that, we can set a shortcode for your warehouse 2. Yeah. So after saving this, we can enable the multi-step route and storage locations inside these settings. Under warehouse session, you can see the storage locations is enabled here. You can also enable the multi-step routes. So saving this. It will add on some additional features such as incoming and outgoing shipments and the resupply options. Let's check on the warehouses. Yeah, this is the created warehouse. Here you can see that the much more informations are added to this warehouse, like shipments, incoming shipments and outgoing shipments. And also you can see that the buy to resupply options, like how you will be resupply your products into this warehouse, like buy to resupply or resupply from any other warehouses like that. And also you can see the incoming and outgoing shipments. You can receive and deliver the products or goods in your company in the 2-step, 3-step and etc. Here you can see the 1-step, 2-step and 3-step. So while you changing the steps, you will have more transfers in your deliveries and the receipts. Okay, so these are the basic configurations for the warehouses. So after configuring the warehouses, let's check on the overview. Here you can see that the operation types are already created based on the 2 warehouses. So the first is the warehouse for my company, and second one is the warehouse operation types of the warehouse 2. So the receipts, internal transfers, delivery orders, returns are the basic operation types of an warehouse. So if you choose it as group by warehouses, you can see the different warehouses and its operation types listed. So after configuring the warehouse, the major next part is the product configurations and the customer management. So let's check how will be the product management in the Odoo 16. So under the inventory, you have the product tab. From the products, here you can see the product overview. So presently we don't have any products in our database. So let's create new products from here, or you can import your product details also. So from the favorites option, you have an option for importing records. So by importing the records, you can easily add large quantity of products into your database, and it will very comfortable and easily to manage the product importing. So let's import our products. By clicking on this import record, you can upload the file in XLX. So I'm already created an demo template for the products. So I'm opening it. Okay. So after adding the file, you can test whether there are any errors or any something. Yeah. Now it's all valid. Okay. So I'm importing it. Yeah. Now the 80 records are successfully imported to our product details. So here you can see the products are added just by importing. Or you can create new products from here also. So these are the imported products that we added now. Like this, we can create new product from here. So while creating, you have to provide your product name, like set it as the. Okay. So here you have two options, like can be sold and can be purchased. By enabling this can be sold, you can sell these products, and you can purchase this by enabling this can be purchased. And from the general informations, you can configure the general details about your products, like product type, invoicing policies, sales price and cost price, etc. So the product type is normally we have three types: storable, consumable and service products. The storable products means which stock will be managed in the inventory, and the consumable products stock will not be managed, it should be always available. And the service products are the non-material product that you provide. So these are the basic three product types in Odoo. And the invoicing policies, we have two types of invoicing policies: ordered quantities and the delivered quantities. Ordered quantities means the invoice will be created based on the orders that the customer made, and the delivered quantities means the invoice will be generated on the basis of the delivered quantities to the customer. So while choosing the delivered quantities, only after the delivery we can generate the invoices. And the sales price, what should be the sales price of your product to the customers. Okay, we can set it as $125. And the customer taxes while you selling this product, this will be the default tax for your product. And the tax cloud category, so this will be used for the compute specific tax rate for your each product type using the tax cloud. And the cost price, what will be the cost of your product. Okay. And also you can choose a product category for your product. We have different product categories, or you can create new product categories from the configurations. Let's move on to that later. So the product category, we can add the product categories from here. And the internal reference, if you have any internal references for your product, you can put it here, and the barcode and product category and product tags, etc. And product tags are mainly used for the easy identifications and the company. If you have multiple company in your database, you can choose this product belongs to which company. So if you choose it as any company specific here, if you choose it as my company, it should be this product will be only available on the my company only. It should be not available of the other companies. And while you choose it as open, it will be available for the all companies. And the next tab is the sales tab. So under the sales tab, you have the upsell and cross-sell options. So optional product. Optional product means if the product added to the customers, there will be a pop-up for the any other optional products that you can provide with this laptop. And we have also two more options in the cross-sell, like alternative and accessory products when you're using the website module. And the sales description. This will be added to the sale orders and the invoices that you can add any notes here. And under the purchase tab, you can add the vendor details and the vendor price of your products, like and delivery lead times. So vendor, after adding the vendor here, you can add the purchasing price of your product from these particular vendors, and its delivery lead time of the particular vendor giving you, etc. And the vendor bill details. Like we discussed the invoicing policies in the general informations. Like that, you have also option for the bill control policies. If you have different two types of bill control policies, like on ordered quantities and the received quantities. Based on the ordered quantities means the bill will be generated on the basis of the ordered quantities that you provide to the vendor. And the received quantities means after receiving the products, you can create the bill and it should be based on the received quantities. And you can add the purchase tax and the purchase description. And we can move on to the inventory part. So under the inventory part, you can set the routes of your product, how will be the transfers done, and logistics details like who will be the responsible user of this product, and the weight and volume of this product, and the customer lead time. The customer lead time is a time taken for the product delivered to the customer after confirming the sale order. So if you put it as the 6 days, after confirming the sale order, 6 days will be taken for the delivery of this product. And the product locations. The product counterpart locations like production location and the inventory locations. The production location means while you manufacturing this product, the product will be taken from this and it will be affected in this visual location, production location. And inventory location means while you take an inventory adjustment, it will be affected in these counterpart locations that you given in these inventory locations as the inventory adjustment. And you can also given the description for the receipt and the delivery orders, and also you can add the description for if you move any internal transfers inside your companies that we can detailedly discuss later. And under the accounting, you can choose the income and expense account of your products and also the price difference account. So this will be defaultly taken while you create an invoice or the bills. So let's save this product. Yeah. After saving this, you can see the different smart tabs inside the product tab, extra prices and on-hand quantity, forecasted quantities, etc. If your product have any extra prices, like if your product have any variants, it maybe have different prices. So that time you can choose this extra prices. And the on-hand quantities and forecasted quantities. The on-hand quantity means that the product have your on your hand, and we can also update manually from here. I'm choosing it as the 100 quantities. I'm applying this. Yeah. So like this, we can update the on-hand quantity of your product and the forecasted quantities. The forecasted quantity is used for we can analyze the product, how much product will be need for your future. It should be calculated on the basis of the on-hand quantity plus incoming minus outgoing. It will be very useful for we can calculate how much quantities that we need in the future. And the in and out, how much times we purchase and how much times we sell the products, it will be updated in the in and out tab. And the reordering rule. Reordering rule means is a set of rules that the user can set to make sure that the stock would never run out and the replacement can be determined. The efficiency of your flow of goods as they move throughout your supply chain. So for that, you can create the new reordering rule. From here, you can set the minimum quantity as 20 and maximum quantity as 100. So this minimum quantity means if the product falls below this minimum quantity 20, it should be create a purchase order for attaining the maximum quantity as 100. And also you can choose a preferred route as buy. If you choose the preferred route as buy, there will be option for choosing the vendor. There is no default vendor that you preferred in your product. It should be taken from here. And you can trigger option and the multiple quantity option. From this toggle, you can enable this multiple quantity and the trigger options. The multiple quantities is used for the products are only ordered in the lots of particular quantity. In such cases, you can choose the multiple quantities. Here I'm choosing it as a 2 quantity. And the triggering option, we have two types of triggering options, auto and manual. If you choose it as auto, this reordering rule will be automatically triggered, and if you choose it as manual, it should be manually. And now you can see the to order option is 0 because we have currently we have 100 quantities in our hand. That's why if the product below going below 20, it should be updated here. So like that you can set the reordering rule. The next one is the put-away rules. So the put-away rules is the process of taking the products from the received shipment area to them and appropriate another locations. In such cases, you can use these put-away rules. Maybe I'm creating the product as a laptop. Maybe my company have different furnitures and the electronic items. So while the laptop came into our company, we need to store to the sub locations like electronics items in such cases. So for the put-away rule, we need to create the location first. So we can create a new location under the configurations. Create a new location as the electronics. Yeah. And the parallel locations, it keep the hierarchy of your locations. Okay. So I'm simply creating a location. So we can discuss this another detailing later. So after that, inside your product, open the put-away rules. And remember that the put-away rule is only available if you enable the storage locations and multi-step routes inside this configuration settings of your inventory. Okay, so we can create a new put-away rule for this product laptop. Okay, when the product arrives in the WH stock, it should be stored into the sub-location as the electronics. So this is a put-away rule that we apply in this product. You can apply the put-away rules on the products and as well as the product categories. So if you choose it as a product category, the products contained among this product category should be applied for this put-away rule. Okay, so I'm set a put-away rule for this product. When the product arrives in the WH stock, it should be stored into the sub-location WH stock bar electronics. So I'm saving this. So this is the put-away rule that we applied for this product. And here you have another two tabs like purchase units and the sold units. So the past 365 days, in the past 1 year, how much did you purchase and the sold about this product details will be coming under these two smart tabs. So these are the basic product configurations inside your inventory. And also you can add opening stocks for your products. So for example, I'm creating a new product like, okay, so this is a storable product. So currently we don't have any, if your product already have stock in your hand and you opening the company, you need to add any opening stock for your company's such cases, you can use the inventory adjustments inside your operations. You can see the inventory adjustment. By using this inventory adjustment, you can add the opening stock in we previously done in the laptop. We added the 100 quantities in our hand without purchasing this product. Like that, you can add the inventory adjustment for your product mobile. Yeah. For this product, I am adding an opening stock as the 50 quantities, and I am applying it. So this way you can add the opening stock of your products. But when you adding the opening stock, make sure that its inventory valuation is automated. Otherwise, the journal entries will be automatically added to the accountings. So here you can see under the product category, you can see the inventory valuation as the manual. It should be always manual while you applying the inventory adjustment for your or adding the opening stock of your product. In such cases, you need to apply this inventory valuation as the manual. Otherwise, the journal entries will be created to the accountings. So remember that. And after configuring the warehouses, users, and the products, you need to configure the customers of your companies. So from the sales module, sorry, from the orders you can create the customers. Okay, so the customers are the major part of your company, and you can create a new customer from here. In Odoo, we have two options for the customer creations. We can add the customer as an individual person, or we can add the customer as a representative of the company. So while you're choosing the individual as the customer, you can also add his company details also. And if you choose it as a company, you can add the address and other details about the company. Currently, I'm adding a customer as the individual. Okay. Okay, the goal is. So if you want to add the company name of your customer, you can add it here. Okay. So now the customer is coming under this recorded company. You can add the details inside your recorded company. So the individual is created in inside this recorded company. So you can choose the address of your company. Okay. And the tax ID for your company, and the mobile number details, and other email, website, and tax, etc. And after adding the general details like phone number, mobile, email, and etc., you can add the addresses of your contacts. So here you can see that Deco Louis is the customer inside representing this company. So it should be automatically enabled here. And you can add any address, other addresses like invoice address, delivery address, private address, and the follow-up address, etc. So you can add the invoice address for the customer. Maybe in such cases, the product we deliver into some locations, and inside invoices will be into other locations. In such cases, it will be very helpful if you had the multiple addresses like invoices, delivery, and other addresses. And the private address is only visible for the authorized persons inside your company. It should be, it will be for the personal purpose only. And the follow-up address, if you have any follow-up about the customer due to the due invoices, in such cases you can use this follow-up address, etc. And here I'm adding an invoice address. Sorry, invoice address is chosen as the current address, and the delivery address as you can add it as the. Okay. Okay. And if you want to provide any numbers, I'm saving this. So here you can see the multiple addresses are added to this customer, and the sales and purchase details. Here you can see the inside the customer creation. You can also have the purchase details also, because the Odoo provides the both while we creating a customer inside your Odoo, it should be considered as the partner. Maybe it should be a vendor or it should be a customer. In such cases, you can add the both details inside the partner. And currently we have the details like salesperson, sales teams, and the payment teams. We can choose these details defaultly from here. I'm choosing as a salesperson as the mark demo, and the sales team. And if you want to add any payment terms for this customer, it should be added, and it will be defaultly added into the invoices. And if you want to add the price list about this customer, you can add it here. And the fiscal position, it should be determined the taxes and the accounts that we use into this customer. And the customer location details, like if you purchase or if you sell this product to this partner, how will be the partner locations configured? You can choose it as a default here. And the purchase details like payment terms, payment methods, receipt reminder, etc. we can configure it here under the partner creation. And inside the accounting, you can add the account receivable and payable, because we are creating a partner. We should be maybe have receivables and the payables. So we can add the accounting entries for this partner. And if you want to add any internal notes for the it will be only visible for the inside the organizations. Okay, like this we can add the customer. So after creating the customer, you can see that the smart tabs like sales, purchases, how much total, how much will be the sales and purchase details, and the on-time rate of this partner. So while we purchasing the products from this partner, how will be the delivery time? It should be it will be delay or it should be on correct time. In such case, as you can, Odoo will be analyze the on-time rate of this partner and how much amount is invoiced for this partner and how much bill is generated for this partner. It will be inside. It will be shown inside here, and the partner ledger can seen also from here. So like this, you can create the customers and the companies inside your Odoo. And after these customer creations, now you know that we created the company and the warehouses and we set the products and the customers, etc. Now we can check how will be the sales process will be taken in the Odoo 16. So for that we can go to the sales module dashboard. So this is the dashboard of the sales module. From here you can see the onboarding panel here. From here you can set up the company data, quotation layout of your company, and the order confirmation, how will be the payment details and the quotations. We can create a sample quotation from here. So initially we can set up the company data. We already did in the company creations, so we can apply it here. And the quotation layout of your company, how will be the look of your quotations, we can customize it from here. If you want to, okay. So if you want any changes inside the quotation layouts, you can apply it here. Yeah. Then the order confirmation, how will be the payment methods? You can choose the payment methods from here. And the sample quotation. By clicking on this send sample, you can it will be redirected into the quotation creation form. We can come into that. Before that, we can let's check the dashboard of the sales module. So this will be the dashboard of the sales module. From here you can see the list of quotations and orders that you created here. And here you can see the filter as my quotations, means that the login user is the administrator. So the quotations that we created by the administrator will be shown here. And here we have the filtering do by options. You can easily sort out the quotations and sale orders based on these filters and group by options. And from the favorites option, you can import the sale orders into the Odoo easily. And also we have different views inside the sales module, like list view, Kanban, and the calendar view, and the pivot view, and the graphical view. And from the graphical, we have different type views like line chart, pie chart, and other etc. And the activities. So from the activities view, you can see the scheduled activities for your quotations and the sale orders. So these are the basic dashboard of this sales module. So now let's check how the quotations and sale orders are managed in Odoo 16 sales module. So we discussed about the dashboard, and from the orders menu, you can see the quotations. So from here you can see the list of quotations that you created, and by clicking on this new button, you can create the new quotations. So while creating these quotations, first you have to choose the customer. I'm choosing as a deco addict. Okay. Then choose the expiration date of this quotation. After this date, this quotation will be void, and the quotation creation date and the payment terms. The payment terms is automatically updated on the basis of inside the customer tab. We chosen the payment term as the immediate payment. That's why it's already chosen here. And from the order lines, you can add the products here. Yeah. I'm choosing the product as the mobile, and you can see the description of this mobile and the quantity, how much quantity that you want to sort, and I'm choosing it as the 5. And here you can see the forecasted graph is in red color. That's because the product is not available in our hand. That's why it's shown as red color. And we can update the quantity of this product. Okay, so the on hand quantities become 0. I'm updating the opening stock as 50 quantities and apply it. Okay, so now it's in green color that the product is now available, and you can see the unit price of this product here and the tax that you want to use while selling the product and the subtotal of this total quotation. And here you have the option for section and add a node. By adding the sections, you can provide the sections. Yeah. So this way you can categorize the products that you add in your quotation, and you can add any note here. Okay, this both will be shown in the sale order and the invoice. And now you can, let's check about the optional products. So if you have to add any optional products, you can add it from here. And if you choose any optional products inside this product, it will be pop up while you adding this product into your quotation. And inside the other info, you can see the general information about these quotations, like who is the salesperson, or which is a sales stream that you're creating this quotation, and the company, which company is creating this quotation, and the online confirmation options like online signature and online payment. And if you have any customer references, you can add it here, and you can add the sale order tag here. It will be used to easily sort out by using this tag. And physical position, while using this physical position, you can mention the which is the tax and accounts that you're using this invoice and payments. And inside the delivery, you can see the warehouses. In our company, we have 2 warehouses. That's why the warehouse field is enabled here. You can choose which one is the warehouse that you selling this product, and the shipping policy. Odoo have 2 types of shipping policies as soon as possible and when all products are ready. And it will be detailedly explained in the inventory module. And the delivery date is expected date is showing as the 8/16. On the basis of the customer lead time, the expected delivery date will be updated. And the tracking, how will be the this quotation is came to our company, which is a campaign, which is a medium, which is a source of this quotation, like that. And from the customer signature, you can add the customer signature and the date also. And you can now the quotation status in quotation, and by clicking on this send by email, we want to provide the mail ID for this. Okay, saving this. Now I am added the mail ID for this customer, and by clicking on the send by email, you can see the pop-up here and send it. Now you can see that the quotation status is in quotation sent state. So in the quotation list, you can see that the quotation in quotation sent, and there is no sale order set now. So after confirming this sale order, now you can see that there is no quotations that we created now. So my quotation, I'm removing the my quotations filter. Now you can see that the mark demo as the salesperson for this quotation, and its status is quotation sent. Open it and let's confirm it. By confirming a quotation, it is successfully converted as a sale order. So while you check it on this status, it will be in the sale order. And under the orders tab, you can see the order status as to invoice. It is now in sale order, and invoice status is to create the invoices. So open it, and now you can see the delivery tab is visible here, and the create invoice button is there. So we can create the invoice. While you creating the invoices, you have the options for regular invoice, down payment in percentage, and down payment in fixed amount. So we can create the regular invoice. Yeah. So this is a draft invoice that you created quotation. and I'm confirming this draft invoice, and it is in invoice posted state. And if you want to send and print this invoice, you can click it on the send and print, and for the payment you can click it on the register payment. So while you making the payments, you can choose the bank journal and the payment method that you want, and the total amount that you're paying, and the payment dates also. So I'm creating the payment. So now it's in the in payment status, and open the sale order, and we want to complete the delivery to the customer. So here you can see the delivery tab. From here you can see the address of the customer that you want to deliver this product, and which is the source location in your company which this product occurs is WH stock, and the scheduled date of this delivery, and the deadline of this delivery also show you. And from WH stock, the product is going to the customer, so the from location is updated here. And 5 products are reserved for this customer by confirming the sale order. By clicking on the set quantities, you can see the done quantities updated as a 5. So validate this delivery. This is a SMS confirmation while validating this delivery, because the inside the inventory settings you have the option for the SMS while validating the transfers. So while confirming this, you can send the SMS to the customer. So now the delivery is in the done status. So now let's check the sale order status now. Okay, it is in the fully invoiced. So like this we can complete a delivery to the customer, and you can see the invoices created here, and this is a delivery that we created now. So like this you can see the delivery is completed. So this way you can complete the sales using the Odoo 16. Now if the customer want to return this product, you can use this. If the customer want to return, so 5 quantities are delivered to the customer, so the customer is going to return 2 products among them. So I want to click on this return button. I am changing the quantity as 2. So here you can see the return location as a WH stock, and I am returning this product and setting the quantity and validating the transfer. So here you can see the receive from location is from the record addict, and the destination location is the WH stock. We are receiving the product into our stock. So in the sale order you can see the 2 transfers are there. First one is the from our stock we delivered to the customer 5 quantities, and the customer returned 2 quantities among them. So in such cases we can use this return option, and we want to return the payment also. So for that we can, under the invoices we have an option for the credit note. So I am adding the credit note for the 2 products. I'm reversing it. From here you can choose the quantity as 2, and let's confirm it and make the payment. Yeah. Now inside the invoices also you can see the 2 invoices. One is we invoice to the customer, and the second one is returned from the customer. That you can see that the amount is in the negative because the we made the payment to the customer for the return. So these are the sales and sales return in Odoo 16. And under the orders tab, next one is the sales teams. So here you can see the sales team inside your company, and sales teams are used to manage the sales of your companies. And while you creating the quotations, you can choose which is the sales team that you want to choose in the quotations. For the creation of the sales team, under the configurations you have the option for sales teams. From here you can create the new sales teams. Yeah. So I'm creating the sales team as in urban region, and you can enable the quotations for creating the quotation. Otherwise this will be directly converted into the sale orders. And you can choose the same sales team leader, and you can choose the company also. and you can set the invoicing target for your sales team. Yeah, I am set it as 10,000 per month, and you can add different sales team members for this team. So like this, you can create the new sales team. I'm saving it, and under that sales team, you can see that the new sales team is created here. So while you creating the quotations, you can choose the customer, and inside the other info, you can choose the sales team as the northern region, and I'm adding some products. We want to update its quantity. I'm updating as the quantity as 100. Yeah, I'm selling as 25 quantities of acoustic block screen, and I'm confirming this. Creating the invoicing and make the payment. Yeah, now this sale is coming under the sales stream northern region. So here you can see that there are 7K is obtained out of the 10K. So this is the monthly target for the sales team, and you can analyze the achievements of the sales team and the other details about the sales team under the sales teams. So the next one is the customers. We already discussed about the customer creations, and the next tab is the to invoice. So under the to invoice, you can see the sale orders that you want to invoice option. The invoice status is become to invoice. It will be added to this tab order to invoice. So here we have one order is in the to invoice. We can create a new quotation, and let's check how will be the quotations coming under the to invoice option. I'm adding a product. Okay, I'm confirming this. Yeah, after confirming this, we can check the to invoice serial order number 004, and under the to invoice option, we can see that the two orders are the to invoice. The created sale order 004 is coming under the to invoice status. So after completing the invoicing, and it will be disappear from this list. And the next one is the orders to upsell. It is a great marketing strategy that you offer the Odoo 16. When the delivery quantities comes greater than the invoiced quantities, it should be coming under the upsell option. So let's check how will be the upsell work. So remind that the upsell is only work under the ordered quantities, because the invoice policy should be ordered quantity, then only the upsell occurs while you creating the quotations. So let's create a new product. I'm creating as the earphone, and I'm choosing it as the servable product, and invoicing policy should be ordered quantity, then only the upsell will occur. And I'm saving this and updating the quantity of this product. Set it as the 20 quantities. So the earphone, we have the 20 quantities of earphone in our hand, and I'm creating a quotation for this product. Earphones. Yeah. Initially, the customer asked for the 5 quantities of earphones, and I'm confirming this order. Okay. While validating the delivery, I'm delivering the product as the 8 quantities, and I'm validating it. Okay. Inside, after validating the delivery, we can see that the demand quantity is 5 and the delivered quantity is 8. And while creating the invoice, you can see there is only 5 quantities will occur inside the draft invoice because we chosen the invoicing policy as only on the basis of the ordered quantities. Because the order quantity is 5, that's why the invoicing quantities become 5. So I'm confirming this and make the payment. Now the invoice is created for the 5 quantities. And while validating the delivery, the customers received for the 8 quantities. Then we want to create the invoice for the 8 quantities. So let's check inside the to upsell. Yeah, here you can see the sale order 005 coming under the upsell options. Here you can see the invoice status is in upselling opportunity. Open it and changing the demand quantity as 8. And while saving this, you can see the create invoice button is highlighted here. And I'm creating the invoice for the remaining quantities. So here you can see that the 2 invoices are created. One is in the posted state and next one is in the draft. I'm confirming this invoice, and here you can see the invoice is created for the remaining 3 quantities, and I'm confirming this. Making the payment. It is become inside in the in payment option. So inside the invoices, you can see the 2 invoices are created for this quotation. One is for the upsell. This way you can manage the upselling opportunities inside your company, and it is a great marketing strategy that Odoo offers. After that, you can move on to the products. Product creation is we already discussed in the previous area, and the next one is reporting. We can discuss in the last form. And inside the configurations, we have the sales team creation we already discussed, and the tag. You can create a tag for your sale orders, and you can easily sort out using this tag for your sale orders. And the activity types. Here you can see the different activities that are already configured in the Odoo, and you can set the activities inside your quotations or your orders. Yeah. So I'm setting an activity for these quotations. From here, clicking on this clock icon, you can schedule an activity. So I'm creating a call activity, and I'm scheduling it. So the call activity is scheduled. Inside the activity view, you can see that the call activity is scheduled for the sale order 001. So the green color means that the activity is coming in the future, and the yellow color mentioned that the activity is scheduled for today. And if the activity is become due, it should be shown in the red color. So that's how the activities work in the sale orders. And inside the settings, we have the different option for enlarging the sales module options like product variants, product attributes and variants, and automatic invoicings, and the price lists and discounting options, and the different marketing strategies like promotions, coupons, loyalty cards, etc. So let's check some of the important contents in the sales module. The first one is variants. I'm enabling this variants and saving the settings. So in our company, we have different products, and some of the products have different variants and attributes. So like different sizes, different colors, different brands, etc. And I'm choosing the products. After saving the variants, we can move on to the products. And I'm creating a new product here. While you're creating a new product, you can see that the new tab is appeared here, attributes and variants. So I'm creating an attribute, creating a product as table, and I'm creating the product as storable product. And under the attribute and variants, you can see that from here you can add the attributes and variants of your products here. So before that, I'm saving this product, and inside the configuration, you have the option for the attributes. So from here, you can create the new attributes for your product. And I'm creating an attribute as the color. Okay, so you can choose a display type of your attribute, then it will be based on the, it will be appear in the, while you choosing the attribute, it should be in the radio or pills or select or color format like that. And the variant creation modes: instantly, dynamically, and never options. Odoo provides 3 types of variant creation modes. Instantly means while you creating an while you adding an attribute into a product, it should be added to the product variants. And while you choose it as dynamically, only after creating the sale order, it should be added to the product variants. In such cases, you can choose that the dynamically. And never option means that the variants will be never created into the product variants, and you can choose it from the sale orders only. And we can add the values of this color and choose it as the white and wooden color. Okay, I'm saving this, and I'm also adding a new attribute as the material. I'm choosing it as the pills, and variant creation mode I'm changing into dynamically, and I'm adding it as the steel and aluminum. Okay, so these are the attributes that I created. One is in the instantly and one is in the dynamically format. And let's check how we'll be add these attributes into the product. We created a product as we have 2 products table. We can change its name. Okay, so inside the attributes and variants, you can add the attributes that we created inside the Odoo. So here you can see the list of attributes that you have in your database, and I am choosing it as a color and its values white and wooden. And it have different materials like steel and aluminum. Okay, I'm saving this. So after saving these attributes and variants, here you have the option for configuring these options. So from the configuration, you can add, if you have any extra price for your variants, you can add the extra price of your variants here. I'm choosing it as extra price for the white color. I am adding $5 extra. And if you want to temporarily unavailable your product, you can exclude it from here, and I'm saying this. So I'm added an extra price for this variant white. And the general information, you can change the sales price as the 100. Okay, so I am saying this. So inside the product variants, let's check for the product table. So there is no product name table new, because we are choosing the one of the attribute is dynamically format. So let's create a sale order. After that, let's check on the product variants. Choosing the customer and adding the product as table new. So while adding the product, you can see a pop-up for the choosing the product variants. So inside the product variants, you can see that the extra $5 for the color white, because we chosen the extra price for this product, and you can choose one of the product, and you can see the materials inside the pill format. Okay, I'm choosing it as confirm. Yeah. So now the product is added into the sale order, and I'm saving this and confirming the order. So after that, you can check it on the product variants W. Now the chosen variants are added to the product variants because it is in the format of the dynamically format. So this is how the product attributes and variants are managed inside this Odoo. And here you have the option for deliver content by mail. By enabling this deliver content by mail, while validating the invoice, the product specifications mail will be automatically sent to the customer's email. It will be helpful for the customers about the informations regarding to the products that they purchased, and it should be automatically sent to the customer by enabling this deliver content by email. And you can enable the product packagings because if you want to sell the product or if you want to purchase this product as the packages, you can choose the product packagings here. I'm enabling this and saving the settings. Yeah, after enabling the product packagings, let's check it on the products. Under the inventory tab of the product, here you can see the packaging options. So here you can create the packages and how much quantities are contained in this packet. I'm choosing as 10, and you can enable in the sales and purchase for you can choose this product packaging inside the sales and purchase. Okay. So while creating the quotations, choose the customers deco. And choose as product as mobile, and you can choose the packet here, pack of 10, and how much is the. Here you can see the warning: this product is packaged by 10 units. You should sell as 10 units. So I'm choosing the packet and how much quantities of packet you are going to sell. I'm choosing as 1. And now you can see the quantities automatically updated as 10 quantities. If you want to sell this product as half packets, you can choose as 0.5. So it should be as 0.5 quantities. And if you choose it as 2 quantities of packet, it should be 20 quantities. Like this, you can manage the packets for your products. And inside the settings, we have the option for discounts, loyalty, and gift cards. These are the promotions programs that boost your sales inside your company. So by enabling this, you can see the different promotion and coupons, loyalty, and gift cards and e-wallet options inside the products. After saving the settings, inside the products, you have the discounts and loyalty and gift cards and e-wallet options here. So let's check on the program. So here you can see the different program types inside this: coupons, loyalty cards, promotions, discount code, buy one get one, and then next order coupons, etc. And here you can choose it as the coupons and choose the program name as a 10% coupon. And you can see the other like currencies, points, unit, and etc. And if you choose the validity, these coupons will be only valid in these between dates. And if you want to limit the usage of these coupons, you can choose this and enable the count of the coupons. And majorly you can set the rules and rewards for this coupon here. So you can set the rules or conditions for your coupons. And first condition is minimum quantity and minimum purchases. So if you choose it as the minimum quantity as 10, only this coupon will be available if you purchase for the 10 quantities. If you choose it as the 0, this minimum quantity will be void. And minimum purchase amount, if you want the customer purchase minimum 1,000 for availing these coupons, you can set it as the minimum purchase amount as 1,000. So only the coupon will be get the customer if only purchase amount minimum purchase amount 1,000. So if you choose it as the 0, there is no limit for the purchases. And here you have the product domain. If you want to any conditions applying about this product, you can set the domain here. Like if you want to apply this coupon only for about above $100, you can set the conditions here like sales price greater than 100. You can see the only 39 records are available for this product domain. We set for sales price is greater than 100. The customer will get the coupon if they purchase the product with the sales price greater than 100 only. And if you want to set the particular product for this discount coupons, computer case graphics card, if you choose the particular product here, the discount program will be available only for this product or the categories only, or the contain the product tags. So I am set the one condition sales price greater than 100, and I am saving this. And what will be the reward for this coupon? And you can set the rewards here. You can choose a different reward types here, free product or discount. I am choosing it as the discount. And how much will be the discount? I am set as the 10% discount on the order. And you can choose the discount will be applied on the order or the cheapest product or the specific product. If you choose it as a specific product, it should be only available for that particular product only. I'm choosing it as the order. And how much will be the maximum discount? If you choose it as a maximum discount, it should be, there will be a discount limit. And if you choose it as a 0, there will be no limit. And how what will be the description and how will be the promo points deducting will be chosen here. And I'm saving this. Now you have the option for generating the coupon codes. So clicking on this generate coupon code, you can set the coupon code is creating for anonymous customer or the selected customers. If you choose it as a selected customers, you can click on this here, and you can choose the customers that you want to provide this coupon codes. And if you choose it as the anonymous customers, it will be you can choose how much quantities coupons will be created here. And you can choose the coupon value and expiration date for this coupon here, and using the valid until option. And I'm choosing it as void and generating the coupons. Now you can see the coupons are generated. 100 coupons are generated here. So these are the coupons generated, and you can see the coupon codes here. And by clicking on the send options, you can send these coupon codes to your customers. And let's copy this code. I'm creating a quotation. Choosing the product greater than $100 sales price. Yeah. Now here you have the option for promotions and coupon code here. So I am adding a coupon code. I'm pasting the coupon code that we copied, and I'm applying this. So from here you can choose the rewards. 10% coupon. Choose it and applying it. Now you can see that the 10% discount is applied to your order. Like this, we have different options like loyalty programs, discount, or coupons and promotions. These all are used for the sales promotions like gift cards and e-wallets, etc. And inside the configuration settings, we have a major option like price list. The price list are majorly used for selling the product or selling the products and the same product in different price to the different customers. You can sell the same product in a different price and different to the different customers. And we have two types of price list like multiple price per product and advanced price rules. By using these multiple prices, you can you have some limitations. By advanced options, you can have different options like setting up the margins and different conditions and etc. And I'm choosing as the advanced price rules and saving this option. Okay. Now under the products, you have the price list option. From here, you can create a new price list here. I'm set it as the loyal price list. Okay. and you can choose the currency while you choosing this price list. This currency will be applied, and you can choose the rules for this price list. We have different methods like the fixed price, discount, or formula, and I'm choosing as a formula. Inside the formula you have different options like based on sales price or the cost price or the other price list. Based on sales price means the discount will be applied on the basis of the sales price, and if you want to choose it as the cost price, the discount will be applied on the cost price of the product. And if you choose it as the other price list, the discount will be compared according to the other price list inside your company. And I'm choosing it as sales price, and how much will be the discount applying by using this price list. I'm choosing it as the 5% discount. And if you have any extra price for your product, you can add it here, and you can also set the margins for your product. So you can specify the margins for obtaining the minimum profit for your products by applying this price list. If you set it as the lower threshold and upper threshold, the product margin will be inside this margin, inside these limits, like upper limit and lower limit. And the next thing is the conditions. For this, applying these conditions, you can set all discount, applying discount for the all products or the different categories or this particular product or particular product variants. And you can set the minimum quantities for availing this price list or validity for this price list. So I'm saving this. So here you can see that the all products are discount 5%. And let's check how will be the price list work inside the quotations. So creating a quotation. So while creating here, you can see the price list option here. Currently it's in the public price list. I am choosing the product as acoustic, and I am changing the price list into loyal price list. So I'm updating the prices. You can see the 295 will be changed into 5% discount amount. So the price is changed into 280.25. So this is how the price list work. And also you can set the default price list inside the customer form. Under the sale and purchase tab, you can see the price list as the loyal price list. So if you choose the price list inside the customers, it will be automatically updated inside the quotations also. And using the price list, you can convert the currencies of your quotations according to the customers. For example, if you have a customer from the Indian country, so while you creating the quotations, the currency will be automatically updated according to the customer country. So in such cases, we can use a price list for this method. So I am creating a new price list. In a price list, and you can add the currency here. So before that, you need to configure enable the INR currency inside the accounting. From the configurations, you have the currencies options. Choosing the INR and activate it. By clicking on this activate button, now the INR price currency is enabled in our database. And let's move on to the sales. From the price list, now you can choose a currency as the INR, and there is no rule for the price rules. We need to change the price into INR. And under the configurations, you can add the country groups of your price list. So I'm creating a new group, India, and I'm editing it and add the countries for your price. So I'm created a country group with India, and I'm saving this, and I'm saving this. Yeah, there is no price rules. We need only convert the price into INR while getting the Indian customers. So the price list is created in the INR format, and let's create a new customer. I'm creating an Indian customer. I'm creating an individual, John, and you can add its country as India, and I'm saving this. I didn't choose any price list inside. You can see the automatically the price list is applied as the INR price list. So while creating the quotations, now the current price list is blank here. We can choose a Indian customer. Yeah. When you're choosing the Indian customer, the price list is automatically updated as the INR price list. Then while you adding the product, it should be converted to the okay. So this way also you can use the price list, and inside the configuration settings, let's move on to another parts like margins. You can see the margins inside the quotation while you creating the product, while you choosing the products, and online signature and online payment. So online signature and online payment, with that we can I will show you the automatic invoicing. So the Odoo provides the automatic invoicing. So it is generate the invoices automatically while the customer makes the online payment and the online confirmations like using the signature. So it will be more helpful for the users. They can confirm the quotations through the online, and they can make the payment through their customer portals, and it will be generate the invoices automatically inside the Odoo. So by enabling the online signature and online payment along with the automatic invoicing, you can choose the invoice email template for the sending the invoice to the customers. I am saving this settings, and I'm creating a new customer. Okay, and its address, country. Okay, and you can choose the email for sending the quotations to the customer, and I'm saving this. So I'm created a new customer, Zaf, and creating the quotation to the customer Zaf, and adding the products. Yeah, and laptops. I'm saving this, and I'm sending this mail to the customer by clicking on this send by email. I'm sending it. Now the quotation is sent to the customer's mail by clicking on send option. The quotation status is in the quotation sent. I didn't make any confirmation about this quotation. And let's move on to the customers. Let's give an access to the customer for their portal. From the action button, you can grant the portal access to the customers to their portal, customer portal. I'm giving the grant access option. Now this customer has the access to his portal. So the customer can log into the portal, and they can see the documents that they like quotations, customer sale orders, etc. So before going to that, let me check which are the payment providers that you installed in your website. So from the accounting configurations, you can see the payment providers. So from here you can set up the demo and the test mode payment provider. So this payment provider is now published state, and you could choose to the payment channel as the bank is in the test mode. It's okay. So now let's check how the user can access his portal. So from the general settings, we can manage the users, remove the internal users filter. So now the ZAF customer has the access to the portal. So its user type is portal, and here you can see the button for the send an invitation email to the customer. So the customer can access the portal through his mail, and also you can log into this customer portal by clicking on this link. So for the demonstration of the customer portal, I am logging through this link. Okay, and enter the password for the customer and sign up to the customer portal. So this is the portal of the customer. The customer can see the details like the address, email, etc. and their documents like quotations, sale orders and invoices and bills. So here you can see the one quotation is in waiting. Yeah, open this quotation from the customer portal. So from here you can sign this quotation. Customer can sign this quotation, and after that you can make the payment. So now you can make the payment through this test demo method as a payment provider, and paying this. The payment is in processing. It may take some time. Let's wait for it. Yeah. Now the payment is completed. You can see that your payment has been successfully processed. So let's check whether the invoice is generated or not inside the Odoo. So while the customer is making the payment and confirming the quotation and making the payment through the portal, the invoice will be automatically generated inside the Odoo. So here you can see that the sale order is confirmed and the status is changed into the sale order. Open this and refresh. Here you can see the one invoice is generated, and open it, and its payment status is in payment. You can see the corresponding payment transactions of this quotation. So this way you can manage the online payment and confirmation using this automatic invoicing. It should be very useful for the customer and the users also. Then from the configuration settings, you can see the different delivery methods. You can configure the create new delivery method inside this Odoo, and you can connect this third-party shipping connectors like FedEx, bpost, and etc. And here you can see the invoicing policies like what is ordered and what is delivered. So if you choose it as what is ordered as defaultly, while you creating the new products, its invoicing policy will be as ordered quantity, and you can change it also from the. And if you choose it as invoice what is delivered, the default invoicing policy of products will be this. And the down payments option, we already discussed about the down payments while creating the invoices, and you can also connect with the Amazon sync for syncing your orders through the Amazon deliveries. So like this, you can manage these sales, and the effective sales analysis can help you to make correct and better marketing and sales decisions. So for that, you can use the reporting options inside the sales module of the Odoo 16. So we can access the reporting from the top bar, and here you can see the graphical representations of the different measures and the filters of your sales for the sales analysis. From this graphical representation, you can analyze the growth of your sales inside your company. And here we have different types of data like bar chart, line chart and pie chart. Inside the line chart, you can make it as the ascending and descending orders and etc. And if you want to make any report for the monthly, sales or daily reports, you can choose it as a pivot view, and you can set the conditions that you need to analyze. So from here, let's check in each month which are the products that are sold by each salespersons. For that, let's check which is the month we want to put, and I'm choosing as August month, and we can choose the salespersons and which are the products sold by the each salespersons, and expand this. So here you can see that the each salesperson's products that sold by them, and now we can measure the how much quantities are delivered, how much quantities are ordered, and how much quantities are invoiced, and how much quantities are to be invoiced, and the total amount that you sold in this August month. So like this, you can analyze the with various measurement and with various filters using this Odoo 16, and it should be it will be very useful for the sales and marketing strategy decisions, and changing your marketing strategies, etc. And also you can compare with these details with the previous period or the previous year. So like we can check it as the previous period. Yeah. So and you can see the variation with compared to the previous period. So this is August month and this is July month. So this way you can analyze the reportings for the sales analysis. Okay. For the sale of the product, first you have to purchase the products from the vendors. So let's check how the procurements will be managed through the purchase module of the Odoo 16. So this is a dashboard of the purchase module inside the Odoo 16. So from here you can create the new quotations for the product, and you can complete the procurement procedure through this purchase module. So here you can see the different views like Kanban, pivot, graph, calendar activities like that we discussed in the sales module. So for the creation of the purchase procurement, you can create the new vendors. So in the Odoo, we are creating the partner as the vendor and the customer. So if you remove this vendor base, you can see that the created customers are also in the vendors list. And from here, you can create a new vendor. I'm creating an vendor as the Azure interior. And here you can see the details like purchasing details inside the sales and purchase tab. From here, you can complete the purchasing details about the vendor and saving this. So one of the vendor is added to this purchase module, and check the products inside the purchase module. We can see the all products that you created or imported to the Odoo, and you can create a new quotation. From here, you can choose the vendor for the quotation. I'm creating the RFQ for the Azure interior. And here you can see the order deadline. When should be the deadline for this RFQ and the expected arrival of this product. From the vendor side, we can arrange the expected arrival of this product. And you can choose the currency of the supplier and ask confirmation for the automatic confirmation sent to the vendor before the minimum days before the while enabling this ask confirmation. We can choose the date, how much days before we want to ask the confirmation, and we want to deliver to this where we want to deliver this product into which warehouse. If you have multiple warehouses, you can choose which will be the destination location of this product. Okay, so I'm adding a product as new one. So I'm creating a new product and edit it. So let's set it as the storable product and saving this. So currently we don't have any stock for this product. Its on hand quantity is 0. So I'm confirming this quotation and receiving a product from the vendor. So my product quantity I'm purchasing 10 quantity of products, and you can set it as the price 250. Okay. So I'm confirming the sending this RFQs to the vendor. We want to set a mail for this vendor for sending the RFQs. Yeah, the mail has been set and sending the email to the vendor as the RFQ. So now the RFQ status is changed into the RFQ send state. Yeah, you can see the send status, and by confirming this RFQ, it will be converted as the purchase order. So now it's been the purchase order, and I'm receiving this product into my warehouse. I'm setting the quantities as we demanded, and you can see the receipt from the vendor, and the destination location is our warehouse, and validating the receipt. Yeah, so now the receipt has been validated, and you can check the bill to be created. So the bill we want to create the bill for the. So this is a draft bill, and let's check whether the bill has any changes and confirm it. Sorry, we want to choose the bill date of this RFQ. Okay. So after confirming the bill, you can make the payment by clicking on this register payment and creating the payment. So now its payment is completed. So this will be the purchase process that we've done in the Odoo 16. So here you can see that the RFQ is completed and the purchase order is completed, and let's set the insert the other informations. You can see the buyer name and the receipt status as the fully received and the billing status as the fully billed. So the purchase is completed. So this is the how we managing the purchase through the purchase module inside the Odoo 16. So whether you are receiving more than the ordered quantities, in such cases you can manage with the debit notes. So I am choosing a vendor and adding the product. Okay, so let's check what is the bill control policy of this product. It is based on the ordered quantities. So the bill will be generated based on the ordered quantity in the quotations. So I'm changing the quantity as 5, and the event price will be 150. Okay, so I'm confirming this order and receiving the product. When receiving this product, I'm receiving as the 10 quantities, and I'm validating this receipt. Okay, so now you can see the receipt is completed. I am asking for the 5 quantities, but the vendor is received 10 quantities. So while creating the bill, you can see that there is only 5 quantity because the bill control policy of this product is based on the ordered quantity. I'm choosing the bill date and confirm this bill. Yeah, now you can see that the bill is generated for the 5 quantities, and for the extra 5 quantity we can use it as the debit notes. So I'm copying the lines and creating the debit notes. Yeah, so the another 5 quantity the bill is generated here. Confirming this. So inside the purchase, you can see that the 2 vendor bills are occurred and 2 bills are generated for this single purchase order. Like this, you can manage the additionally reserved quantities of your purchases. And from here, you can see that the RFQs and purchase orders, when the RFQ is confirmed, it will be converted into the purchase orders. And here you can see the billing status and the vendors. We already discussed about the vendors inside the while creating the vendor. And the product and product variants are we already discussed in the sales module. Like that, you can manage the products and product variants inside the purchase module also. And the reporting can be explained after the configurations. Inside the configurations, you can see the vendor price list. So configuring and managing the vendor details is another important feature inside the Odoo 16 purchase module. So the vendor price list can be configured to the vendor profile which purchasing the products. By assigning the separate vendor price list for the product offered by the multiple vendors, you can easily make decisions on the purchasing details. So here we can create the new vendor price list. So you can choose the name of the vendor whom the product is being purchased. Set it as the deco edit. Okay, and the next one is the vendor product code and the vendor product name. So inside the vendor product name, enter the name of the product that you need to have in the request for quotations. It should be the product name of that vendor. So I'm set it as the hop and vendor product code. It is similar to the vendor product name. You need to enter the code of the product that you desire to get printed on the request for quotation. And set it as the M00, sorry, M001. And you can leave these fields for the using the internal reference, and you can set the delivery lead time of this vendor. So lead time for this between the confirmation of the purchasing order and the receipt of this product from to your warehouse from this vendor. So I'm set it as the 5 days, and you can choose the product that you want to show using this vendor price list. I'm choose it as the mobile, and if I have any variants, you can choose a product variance here, and how much will be the quantity and the unit price of this product while you be purchasing this product from this vendor, and the validity. So after this date, this price list will be void, and you can choose the company, which company is allowing this vendor price list, and I'm saving this. So inside this product, here you can see the vendor price list is added to the inside the product purchase tab. So I'm creating an RFQ for this product. Here you can see the vendor product name and the vendor product code is visible inside the RFQ. So while choosing this product, the quantity and price is automatically updated. Here you can see that the quantity is updated as 10 quantity and its price is 220 as we given inside the vendor price list. So like this method, you can manage the vendor price list for the purchases. Okay, and after that we have the product attributes and categories. Attributes we already discussed inside the sales module, and the product categories, we can creating the new product categories for this categorization of the product. And inside the product category, you can set up the costing methods and the remote strategies. We can detailedly explain inside the inventory module. So after that, we can move on to the settings of the purchase module. So these are the basic needs inside this purchase module, and after that, we can enable these additional settings for the extra features inside the purchase module of the Odoo 16. So the first one is a purchase order approval. So by using this purchase order approval, you can set the limit for the purchasing amount for the other employees. So when the if you set the limit as the 5,000, if an employee purchasing amount greater than the 5,000, the employee needs the manager's approval. It will be more effective for the purchasing details. And the next major item inside the purchase module is the purchase agreements offered by the Odoo 16. So I'm saving this purchase agreement. So Odoo 16 have different types of purchase agreements like call for tender and the blanket orders. So after enabling these settings, you can saving this. After that, you can see that the blanket orders inside the orders tab. And that created vendor with the negotiated prices. So you can create a new blanket order inside these orders. So you can set the purchase representative for using this blanket order and the agreement type of this, and you can under the vendor. So I'm using the Azure Interior is my vendor, and inside the agreement type you can configure the blanket order. So here you can see the agreement selection type and the lines and quantities. So while we creating the quotations, based on these options will be the data are added to the quotation. So the lines, use lines of agreement means you can add the lines of agreement into the quotations automatically, or otherwise it will be do not copy to the quotations. And the quantities of the agreement and the set quantities manually. If you choose it as use quantities of agreement, the quantities inside the agreement we mentioned inside the agreement will be automatically updated into the quotations that we creating the agreement that we creating using this agreement. And the set quantities manually means the lines only will be added to the quotations, and the quantities should be manually added to that quotations. So I am choosing the use quantities of agreement and I'm saving this. And after that, we can set the deadline of this agreement and set it as the August 31st. And after this, this blanket order will be void, and the ordering date and the delivery date of this when we using this blanket order, and the source document and the operational type of this blanket order. The operational type using means which warehouse you want to receive these products, and you can choose a company on this product. And you can add the product inside this agreement, which are the products that you're using, and I'm using as the mobile charger, laptops. Okay, so I'm choosing the quantity as 5 quantity, and if I purchases as 5 quantities, the vendor will give as the price 120 and 210. So these are the price agree with my vendor. So I'm confirming this blanket order. So the blanket order is in the confirmed state. So you can create new quotations from here also, and you can create the quotation inside the orders. From here you can create the new order and choose the agreement type. After the adding the vendor, you can choose the agreements related to this vendor. So I'm choosing the B001 is the agreement that we set it to this vendor, and you can see that the products are automatically added and the unit price is updated here and the quantities are updated. And confirming this order, I'm receiving this product and setting the quantities and validating the receipt. So the receipt is validated. So this is how the blanket orders are working, and you can see the reference inside the quotations B001 as the source document. So inside this blanket order, you can see that the ordered quantities are updated after we confirming this quotations. So the ordered quantities means that the quantities we ordered using these agreements will be updated inside these ordered quantities. So this is how the blanket orders work inside the purchase module. So we have one more purchase agreement type, that call for tender. So for creating the call for tender, you can set up the alternative RFQs inside this while we creating an RFQ inside the alternatives. So for that, let's create some new products and new vendors, and I will show you the demonstration on the basis of that vendors and product inside the alternatives. So I'm creating a new product. Headset, and I'm setting a vendor price list inside this vendor from the Azure Interiors. The price is given as the $50, and from the deco audit it will be $60, and from the John it will be 70. And the delivery lead time of this product. The delivery lead time means the days taken for receiving this product after confirming the RFQs. And 1 days, 2 and 3. I'm saving this and I'm creating one more product. Sure. Okay. And I'm adding the vendor as the Azure interior for the 90. Deco audit as the 80. Sorry, 100, and the John as the. Okay. Means you can create one more product. That is wireless keyboard. Okay. And I'm adding the vendors and the price. One in 110 and John as 120. It is storable. In the products, okay, so set it as a storable product, and I'm saying this. So now let's create an RFQs for these products. I'm adding Bluetooth speaker, wireless keyboard, and the headset. Yeah. So I'm creating an RFQ for these 3 products, and let's create alternatives for the. So I'm creating this current RFQ for the decor, and I'm creating an alternative for the Azure interior. So by copying these products means the previous order lines products will be copied to this create alternative RFQ. So I'm creating a new alternative RFQ. So here you can see that the products and its prices are added to the Azure interior, and I'm creating one more RFQs for the John. So here you can see the 3 RFQs are created, and from the alternatives you can compare the product lines. So here you can see that the products with a green color means that which is the better one will be suggested by the Odoo. So the Bluetooth speaker, headset and wireless keyboards are sent it to the 3 vendors for the quotation. So here I am choosing the Odoo is giving us the best price and the on-time delivery data of the vendors. And from here you can see that the Bluetooth speaker is better price is coming inside the Decor and the Azure interior. And John has the increased price, so the green color is shown in the $90 because it's the best price, and Decor have the on-time delivery data is more than the Azure interior. So I am choosing as the Decor. and the headset is better price is coming from the Azure interior and decor, right? So I'm choosing it as from the Azure interior, and the wireless keyboard is also from the Azure interior and the decor are the best price sellers. So I'm choosing it as the decor. So I'm two products are chosen from the decor, and the one is from the Azure interior. So here you can see that the selection is completed. Yeah. So from here you can confirm the order. So while we confirm the order, we have option for the cancel alternatives and keep alternatives. So I'm confirming the order from the Deco Addict, and another products are from the Azure interior. We didn't buy any product from among the John, because it's shown as the 0. But one product is came from the Azure interior. So we can keep the alternative and confirming the order. I'm receiving the product from the Deco Addict, and once again came from back the Decordic. So here you can see that the Decordic is coming under the purchase order, and the John is it becomes 0. And you can also confirm the order from the Azure interior. I'm confirming the order, and the another one is the John. We didn't buy any products from the John, so I'm cancel the remaining alternatives. And I'm receiving this product, setting the quantities and validating the receipt. Okay, so the completed. So this way you can manage the call for tender. You can send the different RFQs to the different vendors, and you can choose the better among them. And Odoo will be suggest you for which one is the best of among them. So here you can see that the two purchase orders are confirmed and from the Azure interior and recorded, and the cancel the orders of the John. So here you can see the document icon along with these orders, because there have the alternative for these RFQs. That's why the document icon is shown inside this purchase orders list. So this way you can manage the purchase agreements inside the purchase module. So the receipt reminder we already talked about in the RFQ creation time. We can remind our vendors for the receipt date of our products. And here you can see the bill control policies that we explained inside the sales about the invoicing policies. Like that, the Odoo purchase module have the bill control policies on the basis of ordered quantity and the received quantity. The ordered quantity means the bill will be generated on the basis of the ordered quantities to the vendor, and the bill will be generated on the basis of the received quantities, means that the received quantities bill control policy. And the next one is a three-way matching. So by using the three-way matching, we can match the ordered quantity of the demanded quantity from us and the received quantity of our received quantities from the vendor and the billed quantities. So for that we can use the three-way matching. So by enabling this, you can control the fake vendor bills. Okay, so saving this and enabling this and saving the settings. Okay, so by creating a quotation, we can choose any product from here. Sorry, have enterprise list. We can choose the other products. Okay. So I'm before going to the confirming the order, let's check what be the bill control policy of this product on received quantities. Okay, so I'm creating a quotation for the laptop for the 5 quantities, and I'm confirming the order. So I'm ordered for the 5 quantity, and while receiving the product, I'm received 8 quantities. And from the bill creation form, the draft bill, I am changing the quantities into 10 quantity. From the other info, you have option for should be paid option. So here you can see that there is an exception that we inside the purchase. So I'm changing this into 8 quantities because we received only 8 quantities. So now you can see that the should be paid option is yes, there is no errors. So that the should be paid field will be shown as the yes. And if you should change into as more than the received quantities, the Odoo will be show there is an exception. So this means that there is any mismatching inside the purchase. So this way you can manage the fake vendor bills, and you can reject the fake vendor bills using the purchase module. And also you have an option for the manual options, that means no. So if you have any, if you have found any manual errors, you can manually change the should be paid option into no options. So this way you can manage the purchase using the three-way matching. And the next one is a product session. You have the product variants, packagings, and variants, varying gender types. This we already discussed in the sales module. And after that, you can set the drop shipping. So the drop shipping is an interesting feature that Odoo 16 offers in the purchase module. By using this drop shipping, you can request your vendors to directly deliver to the customers. So for that, I'm creating a new product first. I'm creating a new product as okay, and setting in sales price and the cost price for this. Okay. And you can also set the purchase. Under the purchase, you can also set the vendor for this product. Okay. And inside the inventory, you can configure the routes of your product. That means you can manage the transfer. How will be the transfer of this product using these routes? So I'm enabling the dropship option. And I'm saying this. So now you can see that there is no on-hand quantities inside this product. So the product on-hand quantity is 0, and there is a sale orders occur for this product. I'm creating a sale order. Yeah. So the customer is asking for the 5 quantities of this product. So currently we don't have any stock in our hand for this product, and I'm confirming this order. So when we confirm the sale order, you can see that there is a smart type of the purchase is occurred. And let's open it, and here you can see that the delivered to dropship options, and dropshipping address is the customer address of our sale order. So I'm confirming this order. So you can see that the dropshipping option is enabled here. So while validating the receipts, it will be directly came from the Azure interior to the destination location of the customer. So here you can see the product is delivered to the partner locations, means the customer locations. So I am setting the quantity and validating. So the purchase is completed to the drop shipping address, and you can create the bill. Sorry, the bill date is required, and okay, based on the payment. Okay, so the bill is generated and payment is completed. So after checking in the sale order, you can see that the customer, the product is delivered to the customer directly from the vendor to the customer. And now only you need to create the invoice for the customer. And confirming the draft invoice and confirming the invoice and make the payment. So now the product has been delivered to the customer by the vendor, and the invoice is generated to the customer by your own company. So this way you can manage the drop shipping options, and it will be more useful while you don't have any stock in your hand, and you can avoid the delays in the deliveries. You can directly ask your vendor to deliver the product into your customer. So this way you can manage the purchase drop shipping. And inside the reportings, you can see your purchasing details, like we already discussed in the sales module. We have the graphical representation of the purchase analysis, and you have the pivot view of the purchase analysis. So you can analyze the how much is the product count and the total how much amount you purchased, and which are the sales representatives, and which quantities are how much quantities are received, how much quantities are billed in such cases. Here you can see the measures. From here you can see that the quantity ordered, quantity received, and how much quantities are billed, and how much quantities are to be billed in the due. And such cases you can add this, and from here you can add the purchase representative and which products are each representatives purchased, etc. By clicking on this expand all, you can see that the each representative purchased products and how much quantities are purchased and how much total amount is, and how much quantities are to be delivered, how much quantities are to be received and to be billed, and etc. In such details can be created from the purchase analysis reporting. So this way we can manage the procurement management of your company, and you can satisfy or you can fulfill your needs inside your companies for the products that you need inside your company. So now let's check how the transfers of the sales and purchase are affecting the inventory levels of your company. So Odoo 16 inventory module is a tool that helps you to keep the track of your inventory and to manage your warehouses and automate your inventory processes. And it has the features like tracking the inventory levels, managing the warehouses, automatic inventory process, and generating the inventory reports. So these are all the basic functions of the Odoo 16 inventory module. So from the inventory overview, you can see the different operation types inside these inside your warehouses. So here you have different two warehouses, like we already discussed that we can group by the warehouses. So my company and my company warehouse 2. So these are two warehouses that you configure inside your company, and these are the two operation types of the different warehouses. So the first warehouses operation types are the receipts, internal transfers, delivery orders, returns. So these are the basic operation types that defaultly created when we create an warehouse. And remove this filter. So we can see the transfers occur in each operations while we creating the sale order or the purchase orders, and also you can see the internal transfers inside this operation types internal transfer. So let's start from the configurations. So from here you can create the warehouses that we already discussed how to create and manage the warehouses inside the Odoo 16 inventory. So we created the two warehouses inside my company. So here you can see the created warehouse. So inside the warehouse, we have an option for the resupply from other warehouses. So if you have multiple warehouses and if you don't have any product in your one of your warehouse, and you can resupply products from the another warehouse. So in such cases, you can use this resupply from another warehouse as my company. So I'm saving this, and by enabling this resupply from option, there will be a route is enabled, the resupply product from the my company. So these are the route that automatically created while you enable the resupply from my company warehouse. So open this warehouse, and here you can see the different rules that inside your route. So for the resupply option, there is two rules are occurred. So open this first rule. So this is the pull from rule, and the operation type is the delivery orders inside my company, and the source location is WH stock, and the destination location inside the physical location in their warehouse transit. So this transit location is common for the all warehouses, And the supply method. So how will be the supply will be generated? We have three different types: take from stock, trigger another rule, take from stock, if unavailable, trigger another rule. So these are the supply methods. So here you can see the conclusion of this method. When products are needed in the inter-warehouse transit, the delivery orders are created from the warehouse stock to fulfill the need. So we want to transfer the product into the transit, and the products are taken from the WG stock. So saving this. And the second rule is take the product from the transit to the WG2 stock, another warehouse. So from here, you can change the supply method as the take from stock. If not available, trigger another rule. So the conclusion of this rule is that when products are needed in the WG2 stock, the receipts are created from the transit locations, because we moved a product into the transit locations. So you need to take the product from the transit location into the WG2 stock. So if the products are not available inside the transit locations, a different rule will be triggered to bring the product into this location. So I'm saving this. And from the routes, don't forget to check the MTO. MTO route is archived here. So open the MTO route and unarchive it. So the make to order route is enabled here. So now you need to apply these two routes into a product for the resupply option. So I'm creating a new product. Okay. So I'm created a product, and inside the inventory, you can enable these two routes, my company warehouse resupply option and the MTO. So I'm enabling this and I'm saving this. Okay. So currently we don't have on-hand quantity for this product. I'm updating the on-hand quantity of this product by adjustment. Okay. So you can see that the product is updated in the stock WH bar stock option. So the first warehouse have the product LAN cables. So I'm creating a sale order. To the customer's app and adding the product as LAN cables, and we can change the warehouse as the from the other info you can change the warehouse as the my company warehouse 2. So I'm creating the sale order from the second warehouse, but our product is inside the first warehouse. So I'm confirming the order. So by confirming the order, you can see that the 3 deliveries are occurred. So the first delivery is from the first warehouse to the transit location, and the second transfer is from the transit location to the WG2 stock, and another transfer is from the WG2 stock to the customer. So we don't have stock inside the WG2 stock, we have the stock inside the first warehouse, but our sale order was occurred inside the second warehouse. In such cases, we can transfer the product from the first warehouse to the second warehouse we can move the product from the second warehouse to the customers. So first we have the first transfer is ready for the transfer, WG stock to the transit locations. So I'm validating the transfer. Okay. So now the transfers, the product is arrived inside the transit location. So the second transfer is ready from the transit to the WG2 stock. Setting the quantity and validating the transfer. So the product is arrived in the WG2 stock, that's mean the second warehouse. So now we want to move the product from this second warehouse to the customers. Set the quantities and validate the transfer. Wow, completed. So now the product is transferred from the first warehouse to the second warehouse and then delivered to the customer. So this way we can manage the resupply options inside the warehouses. And inside the warehouse, we have the option for the different shipments like 1 step, 2 step and 3 step. So in such cases, let's check what will be the 3 step and 2 steps. So I'm put the incoming shipment as the 3 step and the outgoing as the 3 step. This means the incoming shipments means the purchase orders will be transferred in receive in 3 steps. First one is the receive the goods into the input location, then it will be transferred to the quality, and after that it will be moved to the stock locations. And while we selling a product, the product will be pack the goods and send the pack the goods into an output location, then the product will be delivered to the customer. So I am changed the steps into 3 steps. After that, let's check on the overview. You can see that there is much more operation types are added, like pick and pack. Means the product, the warehouse is changed into the 3 steps. So the product will be picked and it will be packed after it will be delivered. So we can purchase a product into the second warehouse and check how will be the 3-step will be work. So I'm creating a new warehouse. So I am creating a new RFQ to the vendor deco audit, and I'm choosing the product as the speaker. Okay. So I'm purchasing 5 quantity of speakers into the delivered to the second warehouse. Yeah, my company warehouse 2 receipts. So I'm saving this and confirming the order. So after the confirming the order, you can see the receipt tab. Inside the receipt tab, the destination location is the W2 stock input location. Not into the stock location. Inside the warehouse 2, the input location is the destination location of this transfer. So we can move on to the inventory and let's receive the products from the inventory. So I'm grouping the warehouses so I can easily understand how will be the transfer occur. So here you can see the receipt. Inside the receipt operation type 1 to process. So I'm taking this and its status is ready. So I am transferring this from the vendor to the input location. I am validating the transfer. Okay. So inside the overview, you can see that the receipt is 0 and the internal transfers is 1. So I'm open it, and here you can see that from the inside from the input location to the quality control. It's the second step from the input to the quality. I'm setting the quality quantities and validating the transfer. Okay. Now the products has been arrived into the quality location. So inside the overview, there is one more to the internal transfer, one to process, and let's check from the quality to the stock location. So I'm setting the quantity and validating the transfer. So the product is transferred into the stock location. The product, first we arrive the product into the input location, then it's transferred to the quality location. After the quality, it's transferred to the stock location. This way you can manage the transfer of a receipt of the products. So now let's check how will be the 3-step work in the outgoing shipments, like means in the sales. So I'm choosing the customer and adding the product as speaker. And don't forget to change the warehouse as the my company warehouse 2. So I'm saving this, and from the order lines, I'm selling 2 quantities. Okay. So after confirming the order, you can see that there is three deliveries are occurred. So let's validate the transfers inside the inventory. I'm grouping the warehouses for the easy identification. So here you can see that the one process transfer, one transfers are inside the pick operation type. So opening it, now you can see that W2 stock to the packing zone. First, we transfer the product from the stock to the packing zone, setting the quantities and validating the delivery. So now the product has been arrived inside the packing zone. So from the pack to the output location, validating the transfer. So now the product has been arrived inside the output location. So you can see that the delivery orders are 1 to process. So from the output location to the customers. So I'm setting the quantities and validating it. Okay. Like this, we can manage the shipment of the products while we receiving and selling the products. So this way you can manage the warehouses. And the next thing is to the locations. So from the locations, you can see the different locations that we configured inside the warehouses. And here we filtered the locations based on the internal locations. So that's why it's shown as in the red color. And I'm creating a new locations. So from here, you can provide the location name and the parallel location of your location. So I'm creating a new location, shelf, and the parallel location as the which location is inside this shelf. So I'm choosing as the WH stock. So you can see that I am created a shelf location inside the WH2 stock. The parallel locations will be keep the hierarchy of these locations by using these parallel locations. So I'm choosing as the parallel location as WH stock, and the location I'm creating is shelf. I'm choosing as shelf A. Okay. So I'm saving this. And inside the locations, we have the different location types inside the Odoo. So we have different locations like vendor locations, view, internal, customer, and etc. And the vendor location means it is a visual location representing the source location for the products coming from your vendor. So this will be the visual location that we considering as the vendor locations. And the next one is a view location. It's also in visual locations. It's used to create the hierarchical structure for your warehouse, and aggregating its child locations, and it cannot store the products directly into these view locations. And the next one is the internal locations. Internal locations are the physical locations inside our warehouses. So we can store the products inside the internal locations. And the next one is the customer locations. It's also coming under the visual locations. And it represents the destination location for the products that sent to your customers. And the next one is the inventory loss locations. So it's a virtual location serving as the counterpart for the inventory operations, where used to correct the stock levels like inventory adjustments. And the production locations, it's also a virtual counterpart location for the production operations, and this location consumes the components and produce the finished products. And the transit location is also in virtual locations, and the counterpart location that should use in the intercompany or the inter-warehouse transfers time. So these are the different operation types inside the Odoo, and I'm choosing the shelf A as an internal locations. And you can choose the company of this location. I'm set it as the my company. Though the my company, the shelf A occurs inside the my company warehouse, and it's a scrap location. Whether it's a scrap location, whether it's a return location, whether it's in replenish locations, etc., we can choose it from here. So it's a scrap location. If it is a scrap locations, you can enable the scrap location boolean. And if you choose it as a return location, you can enable it from here. And if you choose it as a replenish location, and you can set the replenish report inside this while we are using the products inside this. And you can also set the cyclic counting frequency for these locations. Means when will be the products will be counted inside these locations. So if you choose it as the 2, you can see the next expected inventory date should be 8/16. After the 2 days, the products inside these locations will be counted. And after the counting of counting the products inside these locations, the date will be updated inside the last effective inventory date. And also you can choose removal strategies inside these locations, first in, first out, and last in, first out, and closest locations. So Odoo provides different removal strategies for removing the products from your locations. Like we have different removal strategies like FIFO, LIFO, closest, and we have one more removal strategies like FIFO method, means first expiring, first out. By enabling the expiration dates from the configuration settings, you can see that the removal strategies are updated like the first expiring, first out. So these are the remote strategies inside this warehouse, inside these locations. And you can enable, you can see the demonstrations of the remote strategies from the product categories. We also have the remote strategy inside the product category. So this will be the locations details, and also you can set the put away rule for these locations. Means when a products arrive in this shelf A, it will be stored into sub locations. That's why the put away rule is applied in these locations. And you can see the WH current stock for this location. So by clicking on this current stock, you can see the how much stocks are available inside this location shelf A. And the next one is the routes. So the routes are used for to determine the how will be the transfer of your products into the warehouse. So by using these routes, you can determine the how will be the transfer of your products, and you can create new routes. So these are the pre-configured routes inside this Odoo. So you can create the new routes by clicking on these routes, and you can name your routes, and you can set the rules inside the routes. So you can set the conditions of the transfer of your products inside the rules of your route. And inside the rules, you can set up the rules like with the different actions like pull from, push to, and pull and push and buy. So these rules can be performed based on these actions. And you can set up the operation types, which operation type will be performed while using these rules. And you can set up the source location and destination location for the transfers using these routes and rules. So like this, you can manage the routes and rules inside the Odoo inventory. So we discussed about the resupply using the routes and rules inside the warehouse management. And the next thing is the operation types. So we have different operation types that defaultly created by the Odoo while we creating a warehouse. So these are the different operation types performing while the transfers occur. The receipts while the purchasing, the internal transfers for the internal transfer of the products inside your companies or warehouses. And the delivery orders, returns, receipts are the different operation types inside the Odoo. So here you can see the different, by using these operation types, how will be the product transfers will be done. You can set up the default source location, destination location for the products while choosing these operation types. And inside the put away rules, we already discussed that the put away rule will be used for the when a product arrive into a location, we can move to that product into a sub location. For example, if you have some products with a we cannot stock the product in different stock with the same locations. In such cases, we can transfer these products into different locations by using these put away rules. And the product categories. So while we creating the product categories, you can see that the inventory valuations and the costing methods and also the remote strategies inside the product categories. So using these remote strategies, you can determine the how will be the product will go out inside from your locations, which means first in, first out. The last product will be first out, and the closest location. The product will be sold out from the nearest locations inside your warehouse. And the costing methods, the Odoo provides different three types of costing methods. The standard price, it is the fixed price, and the first in, first out, and the average costing methods. So by using the average costing method, if you purchase the same product in a different quantities with the various prices, you can set its cost as the average of the different purchasing amounts. So in such cases, you can use these costing methods for the inside the product categories. And the attributes and packagings we already discussed in the sales module. And the reordering rule, we already set up the reordering rule for the product laptop. So using this reordering rule, the product will be not go not out of stock. It will be trigger the purchases for the product while it falls below the minimum quantity, and it will attain the maximum quantity based on the needs. So here you can see that in our on hand 113 quantities are there, and the minimum quantities will be 20. So I'm going to sell this product as the 100 quantities. So after that, you can see that the purchases will be created for the laptop. I'm going to sell the product laptop, choosing the customer, adding the product as laptop. I'm selling the 100 quantities. I'm confirming the order. Okay, buying the delivery. Here you can see that the 99 quantities came from the laptop WH stock, and the one product will be from the electronics. We have different locations for this product, and now the product goes below the here you can see that the product on hand quantity is 30, and let's trigger the run scheduler. So the run scheduler is used for the we can trigger the automated actions inside this inventory. Now let's check the purchase module. Yeah, here you can see that the RFQ is created for the product laptop. It's 88 quantities because we have some products inside the inside our on hand quantity. So we need only 88 quantities for attaining the maximum quantity. So like this, we can manage the reordering rules inside the inventory, and it will help to always keep the products in our hand. It will never runs out the product. And next we have the barcode nomenclatures inside the Odoo 16. So by using these barcode nomenclatures, you can set up the barcodes with the different rules. With the different rules. So this the Odoo supports the barcode nomenclatures, which determine the mapping and the interpretation of the different encoded informations like discounting and choosing the products and choosing the locations, etc. We can manage these all things using this barcode. And from the operations, we can set up the replenishment, and the base of the replenishment rules, it will be trigger the pre-ordering rules. And the inventory adjustment, we already discussed that for the adjustment of the inventory stocks, and we can set an opening stock for our company. And we have an option for transfers. So from here you can create the manual transfers, and we can see the all transfers inside our warehouses. So while we creating a purchase or when we create a sales, we have the transfers, and it will be coming under these transfers. And also you can create a new transfer from here, and by using this manual transfer, you can set up the source and destination locations, and you can transfer this product into other locations, and you can also transfer the product from the one company to another company, one warehouse to another warehouse. So such cases we can manage using these transfers. So from here you can choose the contacting person and the operation type. If you're choosing the operation types, the source location and destination location will be automatically updated. And if you want to move any internal transfers, you can manually choose the source location and the destination location as per your needs. And the scrap. So the scrapping is the procedure of the damaged product removed from your stock. You can scrap the products if you do not need that products in your inside your warehouse. So in such cases, we can create a new scrap order. I'm choosing as a laptop as a scrap. I'm going to scrapping the 2 quantity of laptops. Here you can see that the source location are from the WH stock, and the scrap location will be the virtual location of the scrap. As we creating the locations, we can enable the scrap locations inside these locations, and I'm saving it and validating the scrap order. So there is no sufficient quantity for this product laptop. We can change the product from so here you can see the scrap is done. So I'm scrapped the 2 quantity of mobiles, and you can see the product move inside here. So here you can see that the 2 quantities are showing as the red color because we have a loss for this product mobile as 2 quantity. we moved the product from the stock into the scrap locations. So like this, we can manage the scraps, and inside the product and variants, we already discussed about the products and variants of the product. We can also access the products from the inventory also. And from the reportings, you can see the different reportings of your warehouse stocks. The first one is a stock of your products, and here you can see the total stock of your how much quantities and how much total value of your product inside your warehouses, and you can see the total cost and the how much quantities are purchasing and how much quantities are sell in such details will be we can analyze from this stock report. And from the locations we can see the each locations of the each products of your on-hand quantity products will be in which are the locations that will be stored, and the moves history. And here you can see the total moves of your products inside your warehouses. It may be sold items, and it may be purchased items, it may be internal transfer, and it will be all will be coming under the moves history. And inside the stock moves you can see the scheduled movement also. So if you scheduled any transfer for the futures, it will be also including the stock moves. And the valuation, here you can see the total stock valuation of your products inside your company and the total value of your products. Now we have the total value of 39,900 is the total value of a stock value, and the performance of your warehouses. So from here you can see the total warehouse analysis, and from these measures you can see the cycle time, like how much time will be taken for the cyclic counting frequencies and the delays and the product quantity inside which each warehouses. And you can make the into pivot view, and also and you can group by its different categories like these details. And here like this you can manage the warehouse analysis. And from the configuration settings you have additional features like batch transfers and reception report, picking policies, etc. So the batch transfers are the you can automate the transfers of this different you can manage the different transfers as a batch. It will be make the each transfer much easier and time efficiency. And we have two types of transfers, batch transfer and the web transfer. So mainly the batch transfers are used in the small industries and where will be considered for the large industries. And how you will check how will be the batch transfers and web transfers are work. So inside the operations, you can see the batch transfers and web transfers. So from the transfers, you can choose the different transfers as in the ready state, and you can put it into a batch. So I'm creating a new batch, or you can add these transfers into an existing batch transfers. So I'm choosing an responsible person as the mark demo. And if you want to make this transfer status in draft state, you can enable this draft. So I'm confirming this, and now these two transfers are added into the batch transfer. So inside the batch, you can see that there is one batch is created, and I'm setting the quantities and validating this transfer. We can easily transfer these different transfers at a single time. So now you can see that the transfer is done. And inside the transfers, you can see that status is changed into done, and the batch transfer is occurring 001. And you can also make these batch transfers as automated. Inside the operation types, you have an option for the automatic batch transfers. So I'm choosing the delivery orders operation type. And from here, you can see that the automatic batches. So by enabling this, you can set up the batch transfer based on the contacts and the destination country and the source locations. So if the transfer is for the same customer or the same countries or from the same source locations, you can group it by the automatic batches, and you can set up the how much lines will be contained in a single batch and how much transfers can be contained in a single batch. And also you can set the automatic confirmation of the batches that creating the that created by the automatic. So like this method, you can see, manage the automatic batch transfers. It can be helpful for the transfer of your different transfers you can transfer at a time. It's cutting the changes, and from the reception report, you can allocate the received quantities. While you purchasing the products, you can allocate the product into urgently needed sale orders. And barcode scanner, we already discussed that. And the email confirmation, then the SMS confirmations. While we validating the deliveries, you can send an emails or send an SMS to the customer about the deliveries are validated, and you can connect those shipping connectors for the delivery methods. And other one is the lots and serial numbers. So by using this lots and serial number, you can track this product as per the unique serial number or the group of lot number. So for that, I'm saving this, and you can also enable the expression dates. You can set up the expression dates using this lot and serial number. So I'm saving this. Okay, so after that, I'm creating a new product. So I'm creating a new product, a storable product, and inside the inventory, you can set up the tracking of your product. So how will be the tracking? Will be done by unique serial number or the by lots. I'm setting as the by unique serial number. And by enabling the tracking, you can see that the expiration dates. If you want to add an expiration date for this product, you can add it from here. And I'm enabling the expiration date, and you can set up the how much will be the expiration date after the receipt date. So I'm setting as a 5. And best before date of your product before the expiration date, how much days will be need, and how much will be the removal date. It will be remove your product from your stock before the expiration date, and you can set an alert date for your product before the expiration date. So I'm saving the expiration date and the unique serial number. So after that, I'm going to purchase this product charger, choosing the vendor and adding the product as charger. Purchasing 10 quantities and confirming the order. While receiving this product, you can see that while setting the quantities, we have an Eisenberg option here, and clicking on it, you can set up the serial numbers and the expiration date of the product here. So for the large number, while you purchasing the large number of quantities, you can set the what will be the first serial number, and it will be assigned the serial numbers based on this first serial number. So I am setting as CH001. And by clicking on this assign serial numbers, you can see that all products are added the unique serial number for the each items. And you can see the expiration date after the 5 days of the receipt. It will come as the 22, and I'm confirming this. Okay, so now you can validate the product. So the receipt is validated, and now the product is in our stock, WH stock. So from the inventory, you can see that the lot change serial numbers option under the products, and you can see the product as charger and its serial numbers. You can see that here. And while opening the lot, serial number, you can see the expiration dates and details about the product. Like this, you can manage the lots and serial numbers and the expiration date of the products. And if you want to set any third-party owners for your product, you can set the consignment. And also you can, if you have any additional cost rather than the product cost, while you be purchasing the product, like transportation cost or any other customs fees, any other charges for the transportation of your product, it can be added through this landed cost option. And by enabling the multi-step routes and storage locations will allows you to set up the routes and rules for your product transfers, and you can set up the different operations for your warehouses using this multi-step routes and storage locations. And you can set up the capacity of your storage locations, and you can categorize your locations based on the storage categories. And here you have the security lead time for the sales. So the security lead time is a lead time for the we can set up the minimum days for the delay, the avoid the delays of your sales to your customer, and it will be move the expected delivery date forward from the delivery date as you set up in the customer lead time. So like this you can manage the customer lead time for the sales and purchases. So these are the basic needs inside the inventory module while we using this for an trading business. And let's check how will be the accountings affecting while we making the transferring through the sales and purchases. As you know, Odoo is an integrated software, and accounting is integrated with the sales and purchase modules, and this integrations ensures that your accounting records are accurate and it's all are up to date. And while you creating the sales order or the purchase orders, the accounting module will be automatically creates the journal entry to the records of the sales and purchase details, and it will include the sales price and the purchase prices and the cost of goods sold, and any other applicable taxes will be included in that. So these all can be managed through the accounting module of your Odoo 16. So this is the dashboard of the accounting. So here is we have the onboarding panel, and let's check how will be the accounting will work on the Odoo 16. So initially we need to set up the localization of your country. So Odoo have different localization for the accounting module. So by setting the localization for your company, you can see the different chart of accounts and taxes according to your country's details. So here you have the different localizations. Yeah. So here you can see the different accounting localizations of your that Odoo provides. Different localization like different countries. You can install this according to your country and use it in the accounting. So this way you can manage the localization of your company, and from the onboarding panel, you can set the accounting periods and the bank accounts, the taxes and the chart of accounts of your company. So the accounting period. So this will be the fiscal year of your company, and how will be the when will be the fiscal year will be, and you can mention here, and the tax return periodicity of your company according to your country. So you can set the tax return periodicity as monthly, annually, semi-annual, and etc. And how will be the remainder of tax return periodicity will be done, and the journals of tax returns. So this can be set up in the accounting periods. And to add a bank account, you can add the bank account from here. So Odoo have lots of bank that you can connect with the Odoo, but you need two third parties to connect with this bank using the Odoo. Otherwise, you can create new bank accounts from here by creating this. And the next one is the taxes. So these are the taxes that configure in the localizations based on your localization. So you can set up the taxes according to your country. And here you can see that the sales tax and purchase tax is created. And the next one is a chart of accounts. So the chart of account is a list of all the accounts that you use to record the financial transactions in the general ledger of your organizations. So here you can see the list of chart of accounts that we configured in the Odoo. And from here you can add the opening balance of your companies into the accounts. So I'm adding the opening balance into a bank account. So you can see the opening balance is added to the bank account. Like this, you can manage the opening balance of your accounts in your company. And the accounts are usually listed in the order of the appearance in the financial reports. And you can browse your chart of accounts. You can filter the accounts by number. Here you can see the code number of your chart of accounts. It should be unique for the each accounts. And also you can group by the account type of your chart of accounts. So these are the basic details about the chart of accounts, and here you can see the setup option for you. Yeah. From here, you can choose the type of your chart of accounts. So the list of chart of account types like balance sheets, assets, and the assets and liability and the equity. Under the profit and loss, you can see the income, expense, and other details. And the off balance sheet means that the entries occurring to the off balance sheet will not be able to see under the balance sheet. So that will be the off balance sheet. So these are the types inside the chart of accounts, and you can set up the default tax for this account. So if the tax is not mentioned inside the product, it will be taken from the chart of accounts. And you can choose the tag for the easily identifications, and you can choose the allowed journals inside this chart of accounts. And the currency of your account and reconciliation, allow the reconciliation. And the deprecated, if you want to freeze your chart of accounts, you can choose it as deprecated, and it cannot be used inside the invoice and bills. And like this method, you can configure the chart of accounts, and you can see the balance of your chart of accounts inside the smart tab balance. So these are the onboarding panel details, and we can hide it from here. So here you can see the overall view of your invoices and bills and other transactions inside the dashboard itself. So here you can see the one bill to validate and 2 bills to pay, 2 late bills are there, and you can set up date from here. Yeah, there is one not paid bill there. So like this, you can see the all details from here, or you can create the inside the customer and vendor. We have a different tab for the each customers and the vendors itself. And from the customers tab, you can see the invoices, credit notes, and payments, etc. So the invoices can be accessed from here also, and you can create the invoices from the sales module. So you can see the created invoices from here, and you can also create new invoices from the customers invoice options. So from here, you can see that the created invoices from the sales module that you created, and it's all are in the in payment status. And you can also create the credit notes from here itself. So when the customer returns the product, you need to return the payment. In such cases, you can use this credit notes. You can also create from credit note from the accounting module of the customer tab. So the payments. So here you can see the transactions occurred by the customers. Inside the customers, you can see the payments, and you can create the new payments from here. You can see the internal transfer option. If you want to transfer in between your journals, you can see the internal transfer here, and you can set the payment type if it is sending or if you're receiving this payment, and you can choose the customer and the amount that you're receiving. So that's where you can manage the payments, and while you're creating the sale order and make the payments, it will be coming under these payments. And from here you can see the follow-up reports. So it is necessary to follow up in the undue invoices. So from here configuration, you can see the follow-up levels. So the follow-up levels will be created for the we don't need to manually follow up the due invoices by using the follow-up levels. Odoo will be automatically follow up the invoices of the customers that do not didn't complete the payments. So in such cases, when the invoices become due, the follow-up levels will be a trigger, and the follow-up reports will be generated based on the follow-up levels that you created. And under the customers tab, you can see the product creation and the customer creation options inside the customers, and also in the vendors, you can see the vendor and product creations inside the vendor tab. So inside the vendors, you can see the bills that we created while through the purchase module, and you can also access these bills from the accounting modules also. So this makes much easier for the user to access the invoices and bills from the both accounting and sales and purchase modules. So from the vendor tab, you can see the bills that you created from the purchase module, and you can create the new bills from here also, and you can see the refund options for the purchases. So here you can create the refund options, and you can create the refunds for your purchases, and you can also have the payment option for the receiving the payments from the customers. The vendors. And from the accounting, you can see the journal entries of your company, and all the accounting transactions will be listed inside the journal entries. Here you can see the different journal entries that you have in inside your company, and Inside the journal items, you can see the each items that you occur inside your journal entries. So while we creating the invoice, let's check from the sales module. Let's create an order and let's create the invoice for the order. I'm confirming this and creating the invoice. Yeah, it's in the draft stage. I'm confirming this invoice. Yeah, now it's the invoice is confirmed. And let's check into the accounting. Invoice number is 007, and let's go to the accounting module. Insert the journal entries. Yeah, here you can see the journal entry is generated for the account. The invoice status is become posted. Yeah, this is the invoice that we created for the customer John. And inside the dashboard, you can see the one unpaid invoice for the customer invoices journal. So here you can see the unpaid invoices, and from here the payment status is not paid, and we can pay the amount from the accounting module also. So the invoice is paid. Like this, you can manage the bills and invoices, and journal entries will be added to here, and you can see the journal items for the different accounts. Like we created an invoice for the customer John, and it's different journal items you can see here. And from the invoices, you can see that the journal items also. So these are the accounts affected when you're creating the invoice. And the next item is coming under the management is automatic transfers. So the automatic transfers are the transfers. We can manage the transfer of amount from one account to another account. So you can automate this process by using this automatic transfers. So if you want to transfer any particular amount or particular percentage of amount to any particular persons, you can choose its frequency. Maybe it's monthly, maybe it's quarterly or yearly. So you can choose this, and you can automate the transfer of money using this automatic transfers inside the accounting. And the assets management. So the assets management is an important for your company, and you can manage the assets using the accounting modules of Odoo 16, and you can have different depreciation methods of your assets, and you can Odoo provides different methods for the depreciation. And here we have the straight line method, declining and declining the straight line methods. And you can set up the computation period based on the constant period, based on days per period, and the pro rata of your based on the acquisition date. You can set up the pro rata dates. And let's check how will be the assets management work. And I'm creating the assets for the car, asset as the car and original value of your car. Okay, 10,000, and I'm choosing it as the 5-year duration, and I'm choosing the depreciation method as the straight line method. Here you can see the non-depreciable and depreciable value will be, I'm choosing as 100,000. So okay. So the book value will be changed into 9,000. So the depreciable value will be 9,000. Is the least value of your asset will be 1,000. And after that, let's compute the depreciation. So you need to choose a depreciation account. Okay, I'm choosing any of other accounts, and I'm computing depreciation. Here you can see the depreciation board, and as per the pro ratas, you can see the depreciation will be calculated for the 9,000. As we set the book value as 9,000, it will become divided for the 5 years based on the method straight line method. So this way you can manage the assets, and you can manage the asset automations using the asset models. You can create an asset model, and you can set up the model inside the current asset chart of accounts, and you can set the asset automations using the accounts. So inside the chart of accounts, you can see the automation tab here. So here you can set up the how will be the assets will be managed through asset automation will be managed through the asset automation. So inside the deferred revenue and deferred expense. So deferred revenue means that this is the value that we receiving by the from the customers for we didn't deliver the product or services to the customer, but we received the payment for that service or product. In such cases, you can use this as the deferred revenues. And also you can manage the deferred expense that you paying an amount to the partner that you didn't receive the product or purchase in your time. So in such cases, you can use this deferred revenue and deferred expenses, and you can see the reconciliation for the reconciliation of your bank accounts. So you can reconcile your invoices and bills with your bank accounts. So matching your bank statement with your accounting records can be a difficult task, and you need to find the corresponding invoices and compare the amounts and the partner details with those in bank and bank statements. These steps can be take a lot of time, and you can use the Odoo's reconciliation method for this process become easier. So you can make the reconciliation of your invoices and bills, and let's check how it will work. Let's check on the invoices. So here you can see that the customer John have the 339.25 is the in payment status. Now let's check how will be the reconciliation work and make this payment status into paid. So this customer is John. Opening the invoice and copying the invoice number. Okay. So the amount is 339.25. Okay. Let's go to the bank and create a bank statement. Yeah. I'm copying the label as placing the label as the bank statement. And the partner was the John. And I'm adding the amount as 339.25. Okay. So I'm saving this. So from here, so now the one bank statement is created. Let's click on this reconcile item. So here you can see that the statement is John, and under the existing entries you can see the invoice 339.25 amount of the partner John. So I'm choosing this, and now you can see that the amount here and validating this. Yeah, now the reconciliation is done. Now let's check what is the invoicing status. It's become changed into the paid. So this way you can manage the reconciliation of your invoices and bills, and you can manage the reconciliation by easily using these reconciliation models. You can create the new reconciliation models. We have different 3 types of reconciliation models: button to generate the counterpart entry, rule to suggest the counterpart entry, and the rule to match the invoices. And you can easily manage the reconciliation process using these reconciliation models. And the next thing is to log dates. From the accounting, you can see that the log dates. So the locking of the accounting period is necessary to avoid the chance of posting accounting entries into the previous periods. So for that you can use the accounting closing dates as the locking dates. So you can use the journal entry logs and tax return log dates and all users log dates. And using this, by doing so, the Odoo will be prevent the journal entries creation prior to the defined except for the account users. So you can pick a date to lock in the tax return log dates also. So from here you can choose a tax return date, and you can prevent the tax returns modifications prior to the defined dates. And the tax return log date is automatically set when the corresponding journal entry is posted. And it is possible to log the all journal entries from the accounting period closing tab. And you can choose the all users log date field that will prevent the journal entry creation of the or the modification prior to the defined date for the all users. as the closure period, and all accounting operations are prohibited once you set the log dates. So this way you can manage the closing of your log. You can manage the closing of your fiscal year. You can close these all log. You can log these all dates, and you can close your fiscal period also. So before the reporting, let's complete the configuration part. We have the payment terms in follow-up levels and etc. And from here, mainly you can create the chart of accounts, taxes, and journals. And in the fiscal position, we already discussed that we can manage the tax and accounts that of the customer based on their fiscal position. And the currencies, you can add the currencies, or you can create the new currencies inside the Odoo by using these currencies. And you can set up the chart of accounts and taxes and journals. So we already discussed about the chart of accounts and the opening balance adding to the chart of accounts. So next one is the taxes. So from here you can set the taxes, and you can create the new taxes here. And you can set the tax name and how much will be the tax amount. And also you can set the computation methods of your taxes, like group of taxes and the fixed price of the tax and the percentage of price or the percentage of price tax included. These are the different computation methods that provided by the Odoo 16. And this way you can manage the tax creations, and inside the journals, you can create the new journals. So these are the defaultly created journals inside the Odoo, and you can create the new journals from here. You can set the name for this journal, and you can set the type of the journals. So here we have 4 types of journals: sales, purchase, and bank and cash. So other than these 3 will be added to the miscellaneous entries. So this will be the journals, and you can set the journal information like a default expense account that we chosen as the type purchase. If you choose as sales, it will be a default income account and the dedicated credit note sequence. If you want to add different sequence for the invoice and the credit note, you can enable this, and the shortcode of your journals. You can identify the journal using these shortcodes, and which will be the currency using these journals. And the advanced settings, you can set up the different control access about these journals and the communication type of your journals. And here you can set up the allowed accounts of your journals. So if you choose any accounts here, it will be only added to these journals, and in other accounts we cannot use this journal. And if you want to lock your postal journal entries, you can enable this hash lock postal entries with the hash. After the locking, you cannot change any modifications inside the journals. And the communication type is based on invoices and based on customer. You can set the payment reference based on the invoice or the customer. And you can create the invoice upon the emails. For that, you can configure the email server under the journals, and it will be create the invoices upon the emails. So this way you can manage the journals, and you can set up the payment providers, and we discussing the sales mode while we using the payment provider inside the automatic invoicing. You can set up the payment providers for the payment transactions. And let's come into the reporting session. The first one is the balance sheet. Balance sheet report in the Odoo 16 is the financial statement that summarizes the company's assets, liabilities, and equity as of the specific date. It is a snapshot of the company's financial position at the time. Here you can set the date, which is a date, and today's date is added here. So this the details till the August today's date, and you can compare this with a previous year or previous period, and you can choose which journals are included in these reports, and you can set the journals here. And if you want to filter out some details, you can filter out it here. This is mainly contains the assets and liabilities and equity. So from the assets in this section, you can see the list of companies' resources such as cash, accounts receivable, inventory, and properties. It will be included in this assets area. And under the liabilities and equity, it lists the company's debits and ownership interest, and such as accounts payable, loans, and shareholders' equities, etc. And you can see the current year earnings and the total liabilities plus equity, how much will be the amount total is coming, and you can see that here. So you can see the total current year earnings, and after locking the dates and financial closing time, you can see the retained earnings is added here. And the next one is the profit and loss. So from the profit and loss report, the Odoo's financial statement that summarizes the company's income and expenses over a specific period of time. So here you can set the specific period. So I'm setting as this is financial year or this month. I'm setting as this month. So this way you can analyze the profit and loss of your company, and it also known as the income statement. The profit and loss report shows how much money the company has made or lost during this period. So here we have mainly we have two parts: income and expense. The section list of the income section list of all the company's revenue such as sales, interest income, and dividends. It will be coming under the income, and the expense will be coming under the section. The company's expenses such as cost of goods sold and other depreciations and etc. will be coming under the expense section. And with the cash flow statement. So here you can see the complete cash transactions of your company, and it summarizes the company's cash flows and outflows over a specific period of time, and it shows how much cash has the company has generated or used during this period. So here you can see the advance payment received from the customers, cash received from operating activities. So let's check how will be the advance payment received from the customers. So for that we can create the payments from the customers tab. So I'm creating a new advance payment that receiving from the customer John, and the amount is 2,500 as the advance. I'm writing the memo as the advance. Okay. So I'm confirming this. So now the payment is received, and let's check on the reporting cash flow statement. So I'm filtering it as the today's in this month, and you can see that the advance payment received from the customer is 2,500. So this way you can manage the advance payment from the customers. And from the cash flow operating activities, this section shows the cash generated or used by the company's day-to-day business activities such as different sales, purchases, and expenses, and cash flow from the investing activities. So here you can see that the details such as the generated or the used by the company's investments such as purchase or sales and assets. The company may be investing in some assets or something etc. It will be shown under this investing activities. And the financing activities. Under these financing activities, the section the cash generated or used by the company's financing activities such as the insurances or the debt, any other repayments of the loans. So it coming under the financing activities. So the complete cash flow and cash in and outflows of the cash of your company will be generated inside the cash flow statements. And inside the executive summary, the executive summary of your company provides a high-level overview of your company's financial performance. It is a summary of the key financial figures from the balance sheet, profit and loss statement, and other cash flow statements. So from here, the executive summary is a valuable tool for the business owners and managers because it provides a quick and easy way to assess the company's financial health, and it can be used to identify any areas of concerns and to track the company's progress over time. So that's about the executive summary. And inside the reportings, the mail coming that the general ledger. This from here you can see that all of the your chart, all the transactions through your accounts will be visible under this general ledger. And inside the trial balance, you can see that the summarizes the balance of the all ledger accounts in company. The trial balance is prepared by listing all of the ledger accounts in two columns, debit and credit. So you can see the debit and credits in each initial balance and each month of the debit and credit. And the trial balance report is a valuable tool for the business of all sizes, and it coming identify the errors in accounting records or reconciling the bank statements. In such cases, you can see the trial balance will be updated. And using the next one is a partner ledger. So you can see the reports according to the partners' debit and credit details of your company. And here you can see the different partners and how much they have the debit and credit, and how much is the balance amount for the each partners will be visible under the partner ledger reporting. And if you want to show the details of the aged receivables or the payables for the partners, you can see the aged payables and receivable reports inside the reportings. So you can see the age receivable is nothing. So the one is here, and let's create an invoice. I'm choosing the customer as the decorative and choosing the payment term as the immediate payment. I'm creating the invoice date as the August 10th, and adding the product. Yeah, I'm confirming this. And didn't make the payment, it is in the pending. So inside the reportings, here you can see that the decorative have the pending amount that 1017.75, and here you can see the how much days is due of the each amount inside the age receivables. Like that, you can also see the age payables, how much amount is due for the each partners. Here you can see them inside the aged payables. So these are the main reports inside the accounting. And let's check on the configuration settings of your accounting module. And from here, you can see the initial setup as the reviewing of your chart of accounts, and you can also import the chart of accounts, journals, etc. And inside the taxes, you can set up the default sales and purchase taxes. If you didn't mention any sales or purchase tax inside the product or chart of accounts, it will be taken from the default tax you mentioned here. And you can set up the tax return periodicity. We already did it in the while we starting the accounting module. And the rounding method, you can round the tax amount round per line, or down globally. You can round the tax amount of your invoices, and you can set up the tax cloud and you intra-community selling according to the localizations that you set up, and you can set up the physical country of your company. And the currencies, you already discussed that how we can add the currencies, how can we activate the currencies, and you can also update the currency rates automatically by using this automatic currency rates. And the majorly coming under the accounting session is that you can set up the sales credit limit for your partners, and you can set up the setting as the 5,000 for the credit limit. So you can see the notification while exceeding this credit limit for your partners. And you can set up the customer payments such as SEPA or QR codes, or you can make the payments as the batch payments. It will very much easier for the reconciliation while you choosing as the batch payments. And you can see the vendor bills options, purchase receipt, and predict the vendor bill accounts. The system will try to predict the account of your vendor bill based on the previous bills that you created. And also you can set up the payment method as the check for your vendors. So by using these checks, you can set up the payment method as the checks for your vendor payments, and you can set up the check layout and the margins and other details about the checks inside the journals. And the digitization, you can upload your bills, and you can digitize your bills to the Odoo by using the OCR and artificial intelligence. And you can see the default accounts that you configured in Odoo. And this will be the default accounts where we transferring the amount and certain features of your accounts. And inside the bank and cash, you can import the statements of your banks in the format of CSV, OFX, and QIF and CMT. So these are the different statement formats that accepted by the Odoo. And the Anglo-Saxon accounting is one of the most featured in the Odoo accounting. So it's record the cost of goods sold while you selling the product. So in the Anglo-Saxon accounting, so the expense of your product will be affected only while you selling this product. Otherwise, it coming to the stock entry, and while we selling this product, expense account will be affected. And you can set up the fiscal year closing, when will be the last day of your fiscal year. Here you can see the December 31st. It will be changed according to the country's accounting regulations. And you can set the accounting sheet threshold, and the invoice up to this date will be taken into the accounting entries. So you can set up the analytic accounting and budget management. You can set the budget for your company for your particular period. You can set up the budget, and on the basis of analytic accounting, you can track the cost and revenue for your each department or each project. You can analyze the cost and revenues that you generated or you spent on your different project and different departments. For that, you can set up the analytic accounting. So these are the basic main features that you have Odoo 16 accounting. Okay, I'm saving this settings. Okay, that's all about the accounting session. I hope that you found this information as helpful, and if you have any queries, you can put it in the comment box, and if you need any functional or technical support, you can connect us through the odoo@cybrosys.com. Once again, I'm thanking you for all of your participation. Thank you. Have a good day.